One man is being victimized by our own government. One man whom they fear, yet whom millions love. One man who is willing to take the poison arrows of lawfare. One man whose voice has been taken away by a corrupt judge operating in a corrupt system. One man who has been ridiculed and insulted. One man who refused to back down. One man who refused to back down. One man who refused to back down. One man who stands between us and them. One man that wants to see America protected again. One man who wants to see America prosper again. One man who understands that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. One man who understands and protects the blessing of life. One man who wants to restore American exceptionalism. One man who once again wants to make America that shining city on a hill for all to see. A place where all the people of the world glowingly set their eyes upon. America. One man who unashamedly wants to make America great again. That one man is Donald Trump.
This is Fanfare with Barry Cunningham.
Welcome, everybody. As you can tell, my voice isn't all the way there. I'm hoping to use the mute button judiciously because of how much I may end up coughing, coming on the backside of a cold that appeared about Friday and got the worst of it Friday night and Saturday morning, coming back out of it right now, but I'm still not 100%. So a couple of housekeeping notes, just because a couple of people had asked in the chat. Yes, you're going to be seeing notifications and postings for shows that are upcoming as much as maybe a week and a half in advance. Talking with my people at YouTube, they say this is what you're going to begin to do now. I'm sure some people will copy me, but in any event, we're going to be scheduling things out probably a week to 10 days out in advance. That is to make sure that everybody gets as many notifications as possible. So right now what you're seeing are placeholder events, pretty much all the same thumbnails, all the same descriptions. And then as I begin to put the show together for that particular day, that will change. But the notifications, nonetheless, will still go out. So just try and let something a little bit different from the marketing side of things. That being said, today is going to be a whole lot different than most shows. Completely different. Almost politics free, except for when President Trump himself is speaking. Today and yesterday, President Trump has been moving forward with the Kennedy Honors event, awarding the medallions, the medals, and then tonight is the actual performance. We will not have the performance tonight. They are not showing it. It's airing on CBS and Paramount on the 23rd. So we will definitely show it on the 23rd as President Trump is actually hosting the event as well. So the actual concert event is going to be broadcast on December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, and we'll have that as well. Tonight is a little bit different of things. I put up a poll and said how many people saw what's been happening. So yesterday in the Oval, might have been today's Sunday. Friday in the Oval Office, he did a medal ceremony. Then I think it was last night they had a dinner and he spoke to them. And then tonight, a lot of you guys may not have seen or have had the opportunity to see in the past red carpet events and what happens. And as I was watching the red carpet event, I was like, people might be interested in seeing the people as they're coming in with their spouses or plus one. Plus one is usually who you have as your ticket. Kelsey Grammer comes in. He's got his granddaughter or his daughter with him as his plus one. But there's a lot of actors, celebrities that come in addition to many people in the cabinet. And then, of course, the last person to come in will be President Trump. And Melania comes in looking fabulous. Robin was looking over my shoulder like, well, she just crushes it, just being her. So I've got all this to show you. It could be a long show. I'm not going to do any politics, not even going to go to anything else. I'm in a bad mood. I'm not feeling good. Notre Dame got hosed. At least the Dolphins won playing a team that probably couldn't even beat Ohio State, the New York Jets. But nonetheless, let's just sit back and have a good time and chat with each other. How's that sound? We'll go back to politics tomorrow. So if this isn't something that you like, and if it's not, if you're going to be upset because you're seeing Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley and Peter Criss and you think they're the embodiment of the devil, maybe just check out now so you don't see these actors and actresses. And as you look at them, understand they're coming because of President Trump. So many other celebrities didn't want to have anything to do with this because President Trump was putting on this little soiree. So tonight, I think it's supportive of him to let people know we're behind you 100%. With everything bad going on in the world, with all the insanity that's happening on the right and the left, both. I mean, complete insanity. Tonight might be a night where we can just sit back and go, this is fun. We're taking a breather. We're not having to deal with the crap. Yes, when he comes on the red carpet, some people tried to ask him some questions. He kind of blew them off. We're not here for that today. We're not here for Venezuela. We're not here for this. And so you're going to hear, and again, another judicious use. I'm going to judiciously use the fast forward during the red carpet so you're not just sitting there looking at a red carpet. I'm going to, fast forward it to a point where somebody walks in and gives some comments. So first thing I want to do is, for those of you who haven't seen it, I put up a poll. I want to show the initial awarding of the medals that took place in the Oval Office. Then we're going to segue into the dinner when President Trump spoke again. And then, gives me time to rest my voice. We can all chat together and enjoy, the festivities. So without further ado, let's begin with yesterday or Friday in the Oval Office.
Thank you very much, everybody. This is a great evening. It's a great honor. And I'm delighted to welcome to the Oval Office, the world famous, most famous office in the world, most powerful office in the world, our truly exceptional 2025 Kennedy Center honorees. As President of the United States and the Chairman of the Board of the Kennedy Center, it's a privilege to pay tribute to the very best in American arts and culture. And that's what you have beside me. They are incredible people. I know most of them, and I've been a fan of all of them. And it's been a real honor to get to know them during this little period of time. This is a group of icons whose work and accomplishments have inspired, uplifted, and unified millions and millions of Americans. This is perhaps the most accomplished and renowned class of Kennedy Center honorees ever assembled. We have country music legend George. Got it?
Just to let you know, number one, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be sitting here watching with you. Number two, somebody's cell phone went off while the president was talking. That's why he went, you're going to take care of that, right? That's what just happened. So he's getting ready to honor George Strait, the king. I don't know if you guys are familiar with George Strait, but I love George Strait. I've loved his music forever. Just Say Yes or No. What's the other one? Amarillo by Morning. Oh, just so many. We could spend here all day just talking about the songs that these guys have.
Turned off. Got it? We have country music legend George Strait. George, thank you very much. I'm going to do this right now, George. think if you want to leave it on, you can. I think we can get it through.
Okay.
Oh, he's got good hair.
A little bit. I still got a
I'm
little bit.
surprised. Sometimes I take it off and there's not a lot.
There's not a lot.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We have a great star of Broadway. I've seen the show many times and other shows of his, Michael Crawford. Michael, thank you. Thank you, Michael. Let me do that. Very good. Thank you, Michael. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Beautiful. We have the disco queen, and she was indeed. And nobody did it like Gloria Gaynor. Gloria, thank you very much. Oh, that's a good head of hair. That's beautiful. Thank you, Gloria.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. A friend of mine, a wonderful person, a spectacular person, one of the true great movie stars. There aren't many. There used to be a lot. There aren't many now. But he's one of the great legends and had some of the greatest movies ever, including the top grossing movies ever. Sylvester Stallone. Sly. Thank you. Proud of you. This is great, Sly. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Should I
Thank
go
you.
over here? Thank
Yeah,
you.
sounds good. Thank you, Sly. And the members of the incredible rock band Kiss, Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Peter Criss, and Ace Frehley, who now is resting in peace, and his beautiful daughter is here to accept the award. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
You want the best, you got the best.
Who would have guessed?
That's
All
pretty
Stanley.
good stuff, huh? Let me turn that around. Thank you. That's great. My friend for a long time.
Thank you, Mr.
That's good.
President.
Thank you very much. My friend for a long time. Okay, that's good.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
It's an honor.
And I think your father would be very happy to have you wear this, okay? Thank you very much. He's a great guy. Thank you very much. Those are great people. In a few moments, we will be presenting these stars with their Kennedy Center honors medallions, which were redesigned this year with the help of the fantastic team at Tiffany and Company. And I want to congratulate them. They have done a fantastic job. They're wonderful people. I know them very well because they're right next to Trump Tower. I've lived with them for many years, and they really have done a great job. So I want to thank Tiffany. Thank you very much. We're also joined by members of the Kennedy Center Board of Trustees who are doing a really great job. And as you know, the building is being renovated, fully renovated. It's being, I would say, fixed at a level that nobody's ever seen before. We're going to make it something really special. It's been tired. It's been mistreated, a little bit like the White House has been mistreated, to be honest with you. And we're bringing it back to a level that I don't think any place in the country will see. We were given quite a bit of money by Congress to do the job, and we're doing it right. And you'll see the new marble and the renovated marble and all of the different rooms, major auditoriums. The sound is so fantastic. One of the very big prerequisites, and something that doesn't happen often, is when you have great sound, you take advantage of it. And the Kennedy Center has great, great sound. If they build it, fellas, you know this. Gloria, you would know it very well. George, you'd know it very well. Oh, Michael would know it so well. But if it's built with bad sound, you never get it fixed, right? It just doesn't work. They've tried very hard at Lincoln Center and other places and hasn't worked out too well. But I just want to thank the Executive Director, Rick Grinnell. Rick, thank you very much. Thank you, Rick. Ambassador Sergio Gore, Ambassador to India. Thank you, Sergio. Great job. And other friends and distinguished guests, Mr. and Mrs. Ike Perlmutter. So many people are here that are great friends. Mrs. Fisher, thank you very much. Very much. We have some unbelievable people on the board, most prestigious board, I think, now, maybe in Washington. From Newark, New Jersey to Poteet, Texas, from New York City to as far away as London. These are among the greatest artists, actors, and performers of their generation, the greatest that we've seen. We can hardly imagine the country music phenomena without its king of country, or the American disco without its first lady, or Broadway without its phantom. And that was a phantom, let me tell you. Or rock and roll without its hottest band in the world, and that's what they are. Or Hollywood without one of its greatest visionaries. Each of you has made an indelible mark on American life, and together you have defined entire genres and set new standards for the performing arts. You have set new standards. On behalf of every American who has been inspired by the unbelievable talent of Michael Crawford, who has been influenced by the music of George Strait or Gloria Gaynor or Kiss, or who has been moved by Sylvester Stallone's unmatched heart and talent and grit, because nobody played that role, and nobody will ever play that role like Sly. We want to thank you all. We want to thank you all. Really tremendous. Thank you. So we're going to have a good time tonight. I look forward to celebrating with all of you at the Kennedy Center tomorrow. And it's going to be something that I believe, and I'm going to make a prediction, this will be the highest rated show that they've ever done. And they've gotten some pretty good ratings, but there's nothing like what's going to happen tomorrow night. So I just want to thank you all. I want to congratulate you all. And I want to thank the media. They've treated this with such great respect. We very much appreciate it. Now we're going to go to the State Department with Secretary of State Rubio and have a special event, something which was never done before, but we never had a president hosting the awards before. This is the first. I'm sure they'll give me great reviews, right? You know, they'll say he was horrible, he was terrible, it was a horrible situation. No, we'll do fine. I've watched some of the people that host. Jimmy Kimmel was horrible. And some of these people, if I can't beat out Jimmy Kimmel in terms of talent, then I don't think I should be president. But I want to just thank you all, because this is a special night. And I think you're going to see that at the end of this evening, and by the end of these 2 days, you're going to say this is one of the most special days in your life. And I think a few of you have already told me it already was. So thank you all very much. Congratulations. And we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, media. Thank you very much. Please.
Okay, so they left the Oval Office yesterday afternoon after giving those medallions, excuse me, and then they went over to the Kennedy Center themselves, where they had a nice big dinner and celebrated with the people, and there was more speeches, which we're going to take right now. I put up a poll just recently, like, how many of you guys have watched Tulsa King? And I'm looking at this and I'm like, are you serious? 83% of people thus far have said they haven't seen Tulsa King. If you're a fan of Sylvester Stallone, you gotta check out Tulsa King. Unfortunately, it's not on television. You can only find it on Paramount, but you can stream. I think we're in season 2 or 3. You can go through the entire seasons, the last 2 seasons. It's a fantastic show. I love the show. Sylvester Stallone is in his element. And a couple of the actors who you're going to see on the red carpet are from Tulsa King as well. And maybe some of you guys don't like mobbish type movies. There is. If I was going to rate it, I would say PG-ish / close to R. There is some violence. Of course, it's a mob movie. I mean, mob series. And I don't want to give it away if you've never seen it, but it's very interesting. It's a guy who was in a New York mob, who went to jail and kept his mouth shut and did 25 years. That's Sylvester Stallone's character. He goes to jail, he comes back out, and obviously everything's changed. He's no longer a bigwig. They try to get rid of him. Hey, listen, go out to Tulsa and take care of things. Tulsa? What the hell am I going to do in Tulsa? And he goes out in Tulsa, and he basically recreates what they were doing in New York. He becomes a big guy. But great show. I love it. If it's too violent for you, I understand. But Tulsa King, I put a 5-star rating on that. So let me look at the other people. Michael Crawford, actor, part of Phantom of the Opera, 5-star. Gloria Gaynor, I wasn't into disco. It became a staple. Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive, became a staple in every single nightclub across the country. I don't know many of her other songs, but I bet she made $1 million on one song. Obviously, if you want the best, you got the best. Kiss only had many members, but those were the original. Peter Criss, look. Told you, still got a cold, still gonna fight through it. I'm gonna get some tea and shut up, okay? So I've got this heavy duty thing, even though I'm down here in Florida, because you know what it is, it's bearskin time. Bearskin hoodie. You guys already know about this bearskin hoodie. Well, if you've been waiting to get yourself one, now is the time. Perfect gift for Christmas. It's coming up. It's officially hoodie season. Cold mornings, windy days, surprise snow, and right now, Bearskin is running their biggest deal of the year. Ready for this? 60% off for this Black Friday. You know, the day after Thursday, Thanksgiving. 60% off on Black Friday. 60% off and on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Now, this isn't some old fleece. This thing is built with 340 GSM. Bearskin fleece, 10 pockets everywhere, and a rugged athletic fit that actually looks good on you. It looks good and I feel good. Plus, if it starts pouring, you can zip on a heavy storm rain jacket and instantly level this up to a full waterproof protection. You'll get free U.S. shipping, so you get 60% off and free shipping in the United States from their warehouse here in the United States, and gear that will last you season after season. This thing is heavy. I think people who have one will tell you and attest to it. I have to say, it's, other than my Trump hoodies, this is probably the next best thing. But I'm a little biased. So here's what you need to do to get 60% off. Text. Don't email. You don't have to call. Text Barry to 36912 on your phone. Text Barry to 36912 on your phone. That's simple. Pick up your phone for 60% off. Go ahead and text Barry to 36912, and they will text you back a link so you can lock in your 60% off before the sale disappears. Don't wait until the weather gets really bad. Grab a bearskin now while this Black Friday deal is live. And one more thing, when you support Bearskin, you're also supporting the Fallen Outdoors and the Hope for the Warriors Veterans programs. So you're not just buying great gear, you're backing a cause that matters. Grab your Bearskin while this Black Friday deal is live. Text Barry to 36912, 36912. That's all you got to do right there. Or you can go to Bearskin, Bear, B-A-E-R, .skin, love that, /Barry. And I saw some people in the chat, just to let you know, the deal is still running. It was their Black Friday sale, but it is still running, so you can get 60% off. So jump on that. Let's get to the evening festivities last night.
Well, good evening, Mr. President. It's such an honor to be here with you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the cabinet, distinguished guests, I am Ambassador Monica Crowley, Chief of Protocol of the United States, and it's my distinct honor to welcome all of you to the State Department to celebrate the extraordinary talent, vision, and artistic achievements of the fantastic 48th Kennedy Center honorees. living legends, all of you. We gather tonight in the magnificent Benjamin Franklin Room, which is one of our most distinctive venues for diplomatic and ceremonial events. And we are so delighted tonight to share it all here with you on this very special occasion. We have a terrific program for you, so just please relax, enjoy the show. And it is now my honor to welcome to the stage our spectacular Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and our fantastic President of the Kennedy Center, Ambassador Rick Grinnell.
I wasn't going to interrupt, but somebody put something in the chat, and I absolutely do want to do that. Christina asked, you got to recognize Pearl Harbor? Absolutely. Pearl Harbor, December 7th, the day that would live in infamy, as FDR said. Basically is the day that we went into World War II when they bombed Pearl Harbor. So, yes, to all those soldiers who lost their lives and everyone who rallied behind them, if you have relatives, grandparents, great-grandparents, people who lost their lives in the Pearl Harbor bombing, I pray for you and pray for their souls as well. Excuse me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome to the State Department. We love to have you here in this beautiful ballroom, and we're very excited about it. Of course, it's not nearly as big as one we're going to have in about a year and a half for the country, and but thank you for being here tonight. And it's an extraordinary honor to be here with all of you, to welcome you here to this room and to this place. One of the great American exports is our culture and our talent. It inspires the world, and tonight we honor 4 honorees, 5 when you include a group as well, who have been such internationally given America such prominence. They have represented our country well. It is one of the great things that we have done. It's one of the things that people don't talk about enough. They call it soft power. But what it really means is the influence of our culture and the influence of our talented people and how it inspires people around the world. In many cases, the first thing and people learn about our country is through our culture, through our entertainment, be it our movies or our television or our music or our musicals or our bands or our actors. And so we are grateful and honored to be able to host this event tonight on the eve of tomorrow's ceremonies and tomorrow's celebration of this incredible American talent, and to partner, as has been done for many years, with the Kennedy Center, which is under extraordinary new leadership. You guys are doing a phenomenal job, both in fundraising and it's something the President, as Ambassador Grinnell will tell you shortly, has really made a priority, and that is to restore it to a place of greatness, where the beauty of American culture, where things that are exhibited to the world, and obviously here in the city as well. So it's my honor now to turn it over to Ambassador Grinnell, who will tell you more about all the exciting things that are happening at the Kennedy Center. So thank you so much for being here tonight, and thank you for the opportunity to host this week. Thank you.
Secretary Rubio, Marco, my friend, thank you so much for this occasion. We're ecstatic to be here. It is true that President Trump not only helped the Kennedy Center, but I have to tell you, he saved the Kennedy Center. From the moment I arrived and the finances were a mess, despite whatever the media says, I promise you, we had no money in the bank. We were paying staff with debt reserves. It was awful. And on top of that, the deferred maintenance was criminal over the years. I brought President Trump over. I showed him. He's an expert on building, if you don't know that. And immediately said, what do you think? What are we supposed to do with this? Are we supposed to pour more money into this? And I said, sir, I got to be honest with you. Our engineers, our building people have said, this is so far past, we need to tear it down and start over. And the president said, nah, I can give you some money. And he left the Kennedy Center. By the time he got back to the White House, he had called Lindsey Graham and Russ Vought, and he said, I'm going to give $250 million to save the Kennedy Center, and it's going to be in the big, beautiful bill. And that's exactly what he did. He delivered, and he saved the Kennedy Center. It's never a big story when things are neglected, but the Kennedy Center was neglected. It needs to be a place of bipartisanship. It needs to be a place that we come together and we celebrate together, and we don't care who you voted for president. You sit, you watch amazing shows like Les Mis. We have totally turned the place around because President Trump said from the beginning, change the programming to common sense programming that everybody wants, and corporations will come. Mr. President, it's exactly what happened, and I'm here to tell you we have the biggest haul we've ever made for the Kennedy Center Honors. We just brought in $23 million for the Kennedy Center Honors tomorrow night. That is almost double what they did last year, and that is all because people want to come. President Trump makes it a priority. And he is the one who gave us the vision to change the programming, raise the money, bring in the corporate dollars. Now, I have to be honest with you, I'm really thankful that Delta, Boeing, and CBS are here because you are our top donors. Thank you for all of your work. And let me finish by saying also, Tiffany's, thank you very much for redesigning our Kennedy Center Honors. And if you haven't seen them yet, you're about to. They're spectacular. And this is the first year that Tiffany's decided to step in. And we want to thank Tiffany's for the beautiful medals, awards that they have given us. So thank you very much. Enjoy the evening.
This is where I shall use judicious utilization of the fast forward button until the next person comes up on stage, and that next person is you know who.
Forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. What a great group this is. Your team is doing very well, Bob. Good quarterback, good coach. It always helps. Having a good coach and a good quarterback is a very good thing, historically. I want to thank Secretary Marco Rubio, who's my friend and a very talented man who works very hard, and his wonderful wife, Jeanette, for hosting us this evening as we... Thank you, Jeanette. Great job. As we celebrate the 2025 Kennedy Center's honorees, and they are great honorees. Sylvester Stallone, there he is, look at him. He got stuck in traffic, but he made it. He wasn't going to miss this under any... We heard he was walking up. I said, okay, now we can start. You look great. Thank you both very much. Jennifer, thank you very much. George Strait. Thank you, George. King of Country. That's great. Gloria Gaynor. Gloria. Fantastic show. You look so well. Thank you very much, Gloria. The legendary Michael Crawford. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. That's some job. Thank you very much, Mrs. Crawford, for being here with your two beautiful daughters. Really an honor to have you. I don't want to say how many times I've seen you in Phantom, But, you know, when you have a great artist, it's true with paintings, it's true with music, it's true with dance. Every time you see it, it gets better. And you see things you've never seen before. But I've seen you many times, and there's never been anybody like you. Thank you very much, Michael. Congratulations. And the truly legendary rock band Kiss. Thank you, fellas. Thank you. That's great. Thank you very much. And this is really much, really look at it, pure talent, a lot of talent, as has ever been assembled under one roof. We've done something that they've never done before, and I'll be doing something that hasn't been done before. The President of the United States is hosting at the request of a certain television network. And I'm doing it because I feel it's very important that we all get out and do something. And if that can make a difference, that's tremendous. But we have such wonderful people, and I don't mind doing it. But these are some of the greatest of all time, and congratulations to all of you. And thank you very much to Tiffany and Company. They've really done a beautiful job with the medals. And I want to thank you, beautiful families, every one of you. You brought large numbers of your families here, and we appreciate that. And they appreciate you, I can tell you. A very special thanks as well to our terrific Kennedy Center Board of Trustees, along with Executive Director Rick Grinnell. The Board of Trustees has been amazing. It's got to be the hottest board, or I don't know, the Supreme Court is pretty hot. I always say the Supreme Court, the U.S. Senate, the NFL Owners Committee, I think that's pretty good too. But I think the board of the Kennedy Center is turning out to be, we have so many people that want to get on. I have so many enemies now because they want to be on the board, and I'm sort of saying you can't have it, can't get any more. But Rick, you've been fantastic, and Ambassador Sergio Gore, who's now going to India. Good luck. We may never see you again. 1.5 billion people. Think of that. 1.5 billion. Can you handle that, Sergio? I think you can. You can handle anything. But you're going to be dealing with a very special leader, as you know, a friend of mine, and you're going to do very well. He's very happy that you're going to be the ambassador, so good luck. You're going to be making your journey in 2 weeks. Good luck. I may never see him again. It's very sad. Also, I want to thank Secretaries Howard Lutnick, Doug Burgum, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, my daughter Tiffany and her wonderful husband Michael, and so many other distinguished guests. We have so many people here, senators. We have other secretaries, and I'm just seeing some of you in the crowd. You are a good-looking crowd. I also want to thank everyone here tonight who's so generously supported our effort to restore and revitalize the Kennedy Center. It was in rough shape to a lesser extent, but the White House was in rough shape. You know, we're bringing the White House back room by room, and they sort of laugh when they say, well, the Lincoln bedroom, we had to fix it up. It wasn't looking too good, but we fixed it up, leaving it the way it was, but fixed up. It's in tippy-top shape. You know, I always used to say, it's got to be tippy-top. But we had a lot of other presidents that weren't into that. I've always been into it. The Oval Office has reached a new level. The Cabinet Room, everyone wants to see the Cabinet Room, and it's so beautiful now. We took some of the paintings that were downstairs in vaults. They have big vaults. They have 2,000 paintings, over 2,000. We have great curators, 7 of them, and they love the place. Some of them have been there for 40 years, and if they don't like you, you don't get the painting you want. You don't get the Declaration of Independence brought up into the Oval Office. A couple of other presidents suffered without it because they said, we're not going to be able to do it. But they've been great. But we have tremendous artwork being brought up and has been brought up from the vault. So it was sitting for 100 years, 150 years downstairs under the White House, and now we have it on walls throughout the building. And those walls, before we put them up, we make sure those walls are in perfect shape. I say, you got to make sure these walls are up before you do anything. And we've done a lot of work. We've redone great marble floors that were beat to hell. We've done not good floors that were out of one-by-one boxes from certain stores that are not very good. They shouldn't be there. Those floors should not have been there. We've replaced them with the most beautiful marble, statuary marble. They call it in Italy statuario, great white and black marble that forms Greece and big parts of Italy. And Italy, during a time when Italy was extremely strong, and Greece when Greece was Greece. And they had that, and we now have that in the White House, replacing one-by-one tiles that were not good. But we've fixed the White House, and we've fixed the Kennedy Center. The Kennedy Center has some work to be done. We've worked very hard on it, actually. I spent a lot of time there with contractors. I mean, I go around. I have two jobs. I have a construction job, which is really like relaxation for me because I've been doing it all my life. But we're fixing the Kennedy. I said, you need a new roof. And he said, sir, there's a lot of water coming down. You know, they didn't know. You need a new roof. It's been there for like 45, 50 years. And we're doing everything. We're doing brand new air conditioning. Carrier's been so incredible. They made a big donation on the ballroom. We were bidding out the ballroom, and Carrier came along, and they said, sir, we'd like to contribute the air conditioning for the ballroom. It was like $17 million. It's a lot of air conditioning and heating. And a great steel company came along and said, sir, would like to contribute the steel. That's a big steel. That's a big account. And we had Caterpillar Tractor come along and said, sir, we'd like to contribute all of the tractors, all of the excavation equipment, and all of the lifts and generators and everything else you have in the ballroom, because it's got a lot of very complex equipment that you wouldn't think of. So I want to thank Caterpillar and others. Others are going to be made public, but they've really been very gracious, and we're having the same thing happen at the Kennedy Center. They view it as a very important thing, and we have marble experts, some of the greatest marble people anywhere in the world, and they're taking this marble that was in such bad shape that everyone said, we have to rip it down, we have to take it down. No, the marble is great, big, beautiful slabs. You don't get them like that anymore. It's very hard. Giant, they call them the giant slabs. They don't make them. But with tender, loving care, and I always say, remember, if you take 1/100th of an inch off the top of the marble, you have brand new marble. People don't know that. They see the marble and they say, oh, the marble's stained or the marble's gone. I say, no. If you go just a little bit, if you take just a little bit of that skin off and you get it down, it's called grinding, you grind it down just 1/100th of an inch, you have a brand new slab of marble. And you've saved a little money, to put it mildly, like millions. The marble job was going to cost $59 million. They thought we had to take all the marble off the building and replace the marble with new marble. It was going to cost we had prices from 59 to 75 million. I think I'm going to spend $1 million to have it made beautiful. And what you replace it with was not nearly as good as what we already have. So it's sort of, I don't know, I like to tell you those little construction, because we talk politics all the time, and I like politics too. I said to somebody the other day, am I a better politician or construction real estate person? And they didn't know how to answer that question. I'm not sure how to answer it either, if you want to know the truth. But I actually get great relaxation out of fixing the White House and fixing the Kennedy Center. And it takes a little time, but not really, because it's time that some people want to rest. I don't really want to rest. I want to do things. And to me, it relaxes me. It's really almost better than resting. And we're bringing these places of great distinction, we're bringing them back, and the Kennedy Center is going to be incredible. Within 10 months, I mean, you're going to see, we've already done tremendous amounts of work, but within 10 months, you're going to see something that you'll really be amazed at. You know, one of the things with the Kennedy Center, because this is really honoring that tonight, but the sound is great. And if you don't have good sound, Lincoln, I don't want to say anything bad about Lincoln Center, but they've had a lot of problems over the years with sound. A lot of you, some of you on that board, you're here tonight. There's a very distinguished board also. But as you know, they have at Lincoln Center, they have a sound problem, and they've rebuilt one of their great buildings because the sound was always bad, and they can't get it right. They can't get it right. It's a very hard thing to do. There's a little luck to that. You know, you have to be a little bit lucky. And some of the greatest opera houses in the world in Europe were built 200 years ago, 300 years ago. And they had no sound engineers in those days, but they did have a lot of marble and stone. And marble and stone make really for great sound. I see we have Gloria, we have Kiss, we have George Strait, we have, think of it, we have the great Michael Crawford, and they know what I'm talking about probably better than anybody else in the whole world. But it's, sound is a big deal. And if you don't have it in a building, you pretty much never have it. They rebuild it, they spend millions and millions of dollars, they take it apart. They put up new walls, they put up new seats, they put up new everything, and they open it up, and it's a disaster. And the one thing with Kennedy Center, they have great sound. They've always been known to have great sound. And we're putting up large slabs of marble in a couple of the great halls, and it's already, we did some testing, it's made it, as good as it is, it's made it even better. Marble can do that. So we've reviewed everything you have to review and reversed the decline of this cherished institution. And the Kennedy Center was really, boy, the money they spent over the years. They spent so much money, and you couldn't see where the money was spent. We're still trying to find out where did they spend all that money, but they didn't know what they were doing, and it's a shame. And we almost lost that building. That building was very close structurally and every other way. We've totally reversed it, and now it's going to be in great shape for another, literally for 100 years. It's going to be in great shape. It's going to be in better shape than ever before. So we've done a real job. We've secured historic funding for the Kennedy Center, and we got that in the great big beautiful bill. That's a bill that everybody said was impossible to get passed. They said, you can't do it. It's too big. It was supposed to be 17 bills. I said, let's put it in one, because the Democrats are absolutely crazy. And I have some Democrat friends here, but they're crazy. And they might have approved a couple of them, but most of them they wouldn't. I said, if we put it all in one, there's something for everybody. And we got it approved with a pretty small majority. We have the majority, but pretty small majority. We got it approved. And we got some support. We got a little support from some of the rational Democrats. But one of the things we were able to do is help very much the Kennedy Center. We got so many other things, though. Largest tax cuts in history. No tax on, think of this, tips. No, for the workers, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security for our great seniors, no tax on overtime. Nobody thought that was possible. You're allowed if you buy a car. These people don't know about buying cars, because you buy cars probably, you're not going out to borrow a lot of money, the group in this room. But you know what? Middle-income people, they never had this before. If you go out and borrow money, which almost everyone does to buy a car, you're now allowed to deduct the interest for income tax purposes. Never happened before. It's a great thing. We have so many things in the great big beautiful bill, but one of the things we have is we're going to rebuild our city, Washington, D.C. We now have one of the safest cities in the country. It was a horror show when I came here. A year and a half ago, this city was so dangerous. A year ago, it was so dangerous. We've been there 10 months, and now we're setting records for safety. We've had virtually no crime. We had terrorism 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, horrible terrorism. But it sounds like we were doing so well that the terrorists felt they didn't want to see us do very well. But we have right now the safest capital. We have as safe a capital as anywhere in the world, and we had one of the most unsafe capitals in the world. Thank you. And I walk through the White House, and I'll see especially young women say, sir, thank you very much. And I know immediately what they're saying. They're not thanking me for the 8 wars that we've stopped. They're not thanking me for even the tax cuts or any of the other things we've done. They're thanking me because they can actually walk to the White House. They feel safe now in the city, and they are. And I want to thank our National Guard. They've been unbelievable. The National Guard has been great. And Christy and Tom Homan and all the people that work so hard on that. And as you probably noticed, we just went into New Orleans. And we went into Memphis, Tennessee. We went in a light way because we have a lot of opposition there with these people. They want to have crime. I mean, it's the craziest thing, Chicago. But we've brought down crime and just giving it a little dose of what we do really well. But we'll, at some point, just go in and do it exactly the way we want. We won't have any crime, and we'll have very little crime in Chicago, almost none. We'll stop it everywhere. We do stop it everywhere. And we had a governor, a very good governor from Louisiana. Jeff Landry just called and he said, please do me a favor. Would you send the troops into New Orleans. It's really gotten bad. And I said, we'll do it. We just sent them in, and within about 3 days, everyone said it's like a different place. And he's a smart governor, and some of the governors, you'd be surprised at some of the ones that are calling, but we're stopping crime. I said we were going to, during the campaign, we're going to stop crime. Nobody knew we were going to stop it to this extent. Nobody knew we were going to have a border where in 6 months, not one person came into our country illegally. Think of that. So we went from the worst border where millions and millions, 25 million people over the course of the 4 years came into our country, many from prisons and gang members, drug dealers, mental institutions. They came into our country, getting them out, have to get them out. Murderers, we have 11,888 murderers. Many of them are now either out or in jail because they'll murder again. More than 50% of those people murdered more than one person. But we took a very strong stand, and people are really liking it. And by the way, drugs coming into our country by sea, down 94%. Okay, down 94%. And I'm trying to figure out who the other 6% is, because frankly, I think they are they got to be the bravest people. Who are the 6% that are still trying to come in? But down 94%. And we're going to start that same process on land, because we know every route, we know every house, we know where they live, we know everything about them. They killed 300,000 people last year. And that's like a war. That's like a terrible war. Not going to let it happen. So we're doing a job that nobody else could do. But we're building this institution back to what it should be, and the nation's premier venue for the arts. And we're going to see that because D.C. is now a safe place. People want to be here. The restaurants are opening. You know, if you go back a year, nobody wanted to go to restaurants. They lost 40% of their restaurants. They closed. They had no business. And the restaurants that were open were doing no business. And people felt unsafe, even sitting, waiting for a meal. People would come in and do bad things. We don't have that anymore. And now restaurants are open. You can't even get into a restaurant now in Washington, D.C. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And we're showcasing our country. And we're always going to have it, because the capital of the United States of America has to be a safe and beautiful place. And we're fixing it. We're fixing the roads. We're removing the graffiti on the most beautiful marble you've ever seen. We're removing granite. I like granite better on the outside because it's real easy, but the marble is very porous. During the Biden administration, they sprayed a lot of red paint on a lot of white marble, and you still see it, you know. They worked real hard to get it off, but it goes down deep. It's a disgrace what they were allowed to do. It was also a disgrace that they allowed millions of people into our country illegally, and people that were not people that we want to have. They weren't people that could love our country. We want people coming into our country that can love our country. So the generosity of so many outstanding donors, and Rick mentioned some of them, but we've had so many people that just are so generous. It's been really incredible. And as you know, this is America's 250th anniversary. So we have all of these people, and next year is right around the corner. And that's going to be big. Then we have the World Cup coming, and we have the Olympics coming. And, you know, I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. I cannot take credit for getting 250 years. That was just, we sort of lucked out. I tried to do that, but it didn't work. We lucked out. But the 250 is going to be incredible. In fact, we're having, on June 14th, we're having a fight. All of the greatest champions in the world, the UFC fight, they're building an arena in front of the White House, if you can believe it. Then like 6,000 seats, and then they're going to build it for the fight. They're going to have the greatest champions of the world coming, and they're going to have over 100,000 people out. They're putting screens all over certain parts of Washington so everyone can see it. I don't think there'll be anything like it. It'll be on a Sunday night, June 14th. Flag Day happens to be my birthday, but I didn't do it for that reason. It actually, sir, we like the June 14th date. I said, you know, it's my birthday. They didn't know it, but they picked it. But it's, I'll take a little heat on that, but it's not that. But I will tell you, that's going to be some. Everyone's asking me for tickets for the UFC. But it's going to be great. They're going to have the greatest champions in the world all fighting that night. The great Dana White does a great job, and he wanted to do it. And the White House will be the background of the fight. There'll never be anything like this. There has never been, and there never will be anything like that. But a few hours ago, I had the tremendous privilege of presenting the 2025 Kennedy Center honorees with their medallions, their beautiful medallions from Tiffany, right in the Oval Office. And we thought we'd do it here. We thought we'd do it at different places and maybe pick the one that we like the best. And we said, no, that hits so well. And the Oval Office, right, Michael? The Oval Office, he said it. I've never seen anything like this. There's something about the Oval Office that's special. It's really just special. Even in its poorer state, it was still the Oval Office, and we appreciate it, and we have great respect. So many things happened in the Oval Office, and they got to see the beautiful cabinet room, which we've brought back to life like it should be. Beautiful. It's a beautiful room, and it's really a beautiful room once again. Actually, more beautiful than it ever was. It was never like this. But the American people are proud of our country. We're proud of our beautiful White House, and we're proud of our beautiful Kennedy Center. And now you have it at the top of the line. The lives they've led, these wonderful people that are here tonight, the legacies that they forged have become integral part of Americans' priceless cultural heritage. All of the people that we honor tonight are such beautiful words. I mean, you're priceless. It's a cultural heritage that you've created, each of you in a very different way, most of you in a very different form, catering to different people, frankly. But you add it up and it's 100% of our population. Each of them has given us treasures that will be passed down to every future generation. And I don't think you even appreciate what you've done. I don't think you really appreciate your greatness. Decades and even centuries from now, people will still watch and admire the films of Sylvester Stallone. There's nobody else can do those films. Nobody can do it. You know, he started Rocky. He had no money at all, and he had nothing. He had a car that barely couldn't, he left New York, I think a place called Brooklyn, right, Sly? Brooklyn, good place. A lot of good people come out of Brooklyn. But he got that car to just get him there, and he stayed in his car, and he slept, and he wrote this script called Rocky, along with about 28,000 other people. Everybody writes a boxing script, right? But for some reason, they loved it. And Sly didn't have 10 cents, had nothing. And they offered him, like, a lot of money. They offered him, I think, $500,000, some number that he never even thought was even possible. And he said, no, I don't want it. I want to make sure that you're casting the right person to play the role. And they said, well, we have stars. And they brought in stars. But the stars didn't have good bodies. They were flabby. They were not really boxers. And Sly would look at some of these guys, big names. He was intimidated in one way, but in the other way, he said, that guy can't play the role. And we won't say the names of the people, but they're really top actors. And for some reason, here's a guy that had no contacts, no anything, but they loved this. One studio in particular loved this script. And they were going crazy over it. And they brought in the top people, and Sly said, let me see your box. And he'd have a guy, and he said, he can't play the role. He had a lot of flab around the upper chest area. It's supposed to be solid like a rock. And then they brought in another one. And finally they looked at Sly. They said, oh, man, you're in good shape. You think you could play the role? He said, I'll play the role. I'm not going to let somebody else play it. And he was actually willing. He thought they'd have somebody, but he said, that's not a boxer. That's not a fighter. These are good movie stars. Keep their shirt on, but they're good movie stars. But they're not fighters, right? And he took that role, and the rest is history. The rest is history. But think of it, how many people would turn down, a tremendous, enough money, he probably thought he could live for the rest of his life. He probably could have if he had to. But who would turn down that kind of money? And he did it. He didn't want to have anything to do with it. He wanted it to be right. And who would then think of it as, isn't it just about the largest grossing movie? It's like, there's never been anything like it. Rocky, the whole Rocky series, it's been incredible. And then you had a little thing called Rambo. I loved Rambo, Sly, I'll tell you. I loved Rambo. I got to watch Rambo one time. I said, I wonder what this is all about. I went to a movie theater a long time ago when I used to go to movie theaters. I'd like to go again. I loved them. I loved the popcorn. And it was Rambo. I knew nothing about it, but I liked Sly. So I said, let's go see it. After about 4 minutes, they said, this movie is great. Rambo, I think Rambo gave Rocky a little run, too, if you want to know the truth. Loved it. We loved all of them. But really, a legend, and each of the people that are being honored, they're treasures that really will be passed down to future generations, decades and centuries from now. People are going to be looking at your work. They're going to be seeing every one of you. Your work is so incredible. And they'll be thrilling to the performances of Sly and the performances, it's all on tape, of the great Michael Crawford and Phantom. It's all on tape, you know, thank goodness for tape. Because if you couldn't see him, if you would miss that, if you wouldn't see Michael Crawford, the way he moved, the voice was magnificent, but the way he moved and the hands, the whole thing, it's just, there'll never be anything like it. But we have it on tape from every different angle, so guess what? You're lucky. There are a lot of great people that they've never been preserved that way, but you've been preserved. And people are going to be looking, people are going to be watching that and comparing in other plays and in other forms and other venues. They're going to be looking and comparing others to you, and I don't think they're ever going to find anybody like you, Michael, okay? I know something about that business. I don't think they'll find anybody like you. The look, the movement, the whole deal, and then the voice, right? The voice, that beautiful voice. And they'll still know the unforgettable songs of George and Gloria and Paul, Gene, Peter, and the late, great Ace Frehley, who's represented by his daughter, and she was crying like so, she was crying. And all that meant to me is one thing, she loved her father, right? She loved her father. And the guys loved him. You know, that band has stuck together for a long time. I've known a lot of bands, and they don't last too long. They're gone, much to the detriment of themselves, actually. But these guys get along, and I was watching. I love to watch people. And I was watching them, and they really respect each other, and they like each other. I just congratulate you. What a job. What a job you've done. What a great job. Thank you all. I've known Gene for a long time, and I've known the others for shorter periods of time, but they're real talent. And tonight they're really appreciated. The world has seen it, and the world is now watching. They're watching. The whole world is watching this. So thank you very much. On the film sets, Broadway stages, and in sold-out arenas around the globe, these exceptional individuals have spent their lives making the most of their incredible God-given talents. They have talent. They have talent. The great Gary Player, he hits shots. He's 90 years old. He still plays good. He shot a 70 with me the other day. He's 90. We're playing pretty far back, too. He's incredible. You think Biden could do that? I don't think so. Can't lift the club. But Gary was demonstrating shots, and one guy was having a very hard time, couldn't get out of a sand trap. Gary's known as the greatest sand player, #1 ever. He got down in the U.S. Opens, 2 U.S. Opens back-to-back. He got down 69 out of 71 times. I would say that's good. Even if you don't know anything about golf, you'd have to say that's good. But he got down, and this poor man that I was with, he was blessed with talent, but not golf talent. And he cannot get out of a trap. It was sad to watch. And Gary says, you don't understand. And he dropped 5 balls. Ping, 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 ping. Every ball right next to the hole. And this guy, And he tried it. He hit the ball a foot. He hit the next one over the green like by 50 yards. The whole thing was a disaster. He said, well, here's the problem. I've got talent and you don't. And that's what's true about you. You have talent. These 5 groups and people, they have great talent. And if you don't have talent, to be honest with you, there's not a damn thing you can do. You can get a little better. But if you don't have talent, there's not a damn thing you can do about it. All you can do is try and find something else where you do have talent. But I just want to thank that, you shared these gifts, because you're really sharing a great gift with the world. And maybe tonight more so than any time in your career you've shared tonight, because tonight the whole world is focused on you. I want to celebrate all of this together, and tomorrow we pay tribute to them magnificently, and they're going to see something really special, and it's so great to have this at the Kennedy Center. I want to thank, as you know, FIFA for the award they gave me, but more importantly for choosing the Kennedy Center. We had over 1 billion people watching they were choosing the teams, which team is playing the next team, and you can imagine the thrill. But Johnny, who's the commissioner, he's a fantastic guy. I guess you have to say he's like the biggest guy in sports, Bob. He's big. He's saying we have 58 Super Bowls. I don't know if that's true, but let's say we have a few of them. But they have a lot of matches, and it's all taking place here. You know, don't forget, when I made that deal during my first term, and then I made the deal for the Olympics, and I said, man, it's so bad because they were made 6 years away. So I said, I won't be president. And then I got screwed, and I said, let's do it again, and I did it again. We did great the second time, unbelievable. We won by a lot, but the third time, we won by 10 million votes. But it was a COVID year. A lot of things happened, and you know, a very crooked election, a lot of crooked people. But I said, we got to do it again. That's why we never give up. These people have never given up. They don't give up. Bob Kraft never gave up. Did you ever give up, Bob? I don't think so. Bob Kraft, have you ever given up, Bob? Look at him. He had a lousy team last year. He didn't know what to do. And now he's leading the NFL again. I'm sure your other owners are extremely happy for you, though, Bob, right? They're thrilled. They're just thrilled.
Just a quick note, Bob Kraft is the owner of the New England Patriots, won 6 or 7 Super Bowls with Tom Brady. Then Brady retires. Actually, he moves down to play for the Tampa Bay Bucks. He's no longer with the New England Patriots. They tank. They go to the bottom. They draft a great quarterback in Drake May, and now they're one of the best teams in the league once again. Wish the Miami Dolphins could figure that out.
But no, people don't give up. The real winners need the talent, but don't ever give up. But as chairman of the Kennedy Center, as president of the United States, and as a true fan of each of these incredible celebrities, but great performers, much more than a celebrity. You're much more than a celebrity. It gives me tremendous pleasure to congratulate them once again and say thank you for your incredible career. Thank you for gracing us with this wisdom and this genius that you have. That's what it is, every one of them. And the First Lady, who you saw yesterday and you're going to see again tomorrow, we're going to be having a good time. She congratulates everybody. She's focused on Christmas decorations at the White House, where she's done a great job. And actually, the press has treated us very good. The first year, the trees were white and beautiful, and the media said, why white? So I said, listen, do something that's more known. So the next year we did green. And they said, why aren't you doing white? We like the white better. The next year we did red. We got killed with the red. But so we went through 4 years of that stuff. Nobody does it better. And this year it's just so good that they actually said the White House looks phenomenal when you add up all of the other things that we've done to it. You know, I tell people, for the first 4 years, I was the hunted. So I didn't have a lot of time to fix up the floors, to redo the Lincoln bathroom. I took a little heat. It was the worst job. It was done in many years ago. It was done during actually the Truman administration with very cheap green tile. That was in Lincoln. Now we have it done in beautiful, beautiful Paradiso marble. It's all book matched and so beautiful. And people said, oh, why is he wasting time? That's not wasting time. That's saving our heritage. You know, many, many things like that. It's saving the heritage of this country. And it's so important. But I'm just going to leave you with the fact that this is a very brilliant and very important group of people that are in this room tonight. A lot of people wanted to be here, and the ballroom is very small, Marco. I mean, this is like, you know what this is? About 1/10. This is section A of what's being built. This is like a little corner, but it is beautiful. And I have to say this: Marco Rubio is a great Secretary of State. And I think he's going to go down as, you know, look, we've had some good ones. We've had some bad ones, too, real bad ones. We've had some real dummies and some real brilliant, great ones. I think Marco, if we keep going like this, he's going to go down as the greatest Secretary of State in the history of our country. So, Marco, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I just want to thank everybody. It's a very special journey that we're on. It's a beautiful journey. And we're beautifying our country. We're strengthening our country. We're respected again as a country. We're so respected now, like never before. And whether it's Europe, Japan, I mean, every one of them, they have tremendous respect. They used to laugh at us not long ago. A year and a half ago, they were laughing at us, and they're not laughing anymore. They respect us like they've never done before. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. It's a great honor to have you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So President Trump spoke for, I don't know, about 45 minutes last night. Next, I'm going to send you to, not send you, but take you to the red carpet. If you've never seen a red carpet event, what you're going to see, I'm going to have to be judicious with the fast forward. It's people entering in on the red carpet. If you ever watch the Oscars or the Emmys or anything like that, and you see people come in, this was a little bit different because it's got a lot of the best Trump administration coming in, plus the medal winners for the event. Now, the concert is taking place in the Kennedy Center tonight, but then they're going to broadcast it on the 23rd, which we obviously will have a watch party. So before I jump into that, let me tell you about Patriot Addict, who's been a great sponsor on the channel for quite some time. And as you know, they're giving away these incredible Trump red knives for free. Patriot Addict, if you haven't seen this knife, and I hope it's showing up, many people have gotten the knife. It's very sharp. Great knife for you guys to get if you got fishing, hunting, or you're out back with doing something. Great, very sharp. It's got the window breaker if you get stuck in a car, a seatbelt cutter, all these good things, and it's a Trump red knife. Now, understand what we're doing with this knife is it's free. The quality of this knife right now, they are retailing at $70, but you get it for free just for paying shipping. Shipping is about $12, $13. And you may be wondering why. It's because it's their way of saying thank you for all the support and building even more buzz around the Patriot Addict name. So don't wait. Right there, go to berryknife.com. If you go to berryknife.com, you'll get a 100% off coupon. 100%, which makes the knife 100% free. It won't cost you anything. And there's many people here in the chat who have gotten these knives. So I am going to go from here to the red carpet. So if you see it like moving fast, because it's me fast forwarding in between the guests, and hopefully some of these people, you can actually hear them. So let's just jump in right now. Just to let you know, this was a live feed that I subscribed to, so a lot of the times the cameras are juxtaposing for the best position. The older looking gentleman right there is Peter Criss, the drummer of Kiss. Sorry about that. My voice is gone, so I'm trying to mute in between. What I was saying was this was a live feed, and you're going to see the camera bouncing around because the cameramen are trying to get the best position on the red carpet.
All together? I know, yes, all together. All together. All together. All together. All together, please.
Here we go. All together, get this way, please. 1, 2, 3. Excellent.
Okay, so the man on the far right, Paul Stanley, lead singer, guitar player. The older man in the middle, Peter Criss, the drummer, and then Gene Simmons, the bass player, the founding members of KISS.
Over here, please, AP.
Right here.
Try to keep them on your right.
What's up, man? Right here is good. Right here is good. Yep, perfect. Congratulations, man.
Are they from Reuters? How are you?
All right, talk at the same time?
Yes.
No, we'll be several. We'll go one. Well, I'll go and then she'll go.
No,
all right, so here we go. Congratulations. What did your name
Reuters. Hi.
So what does it mean to be here without Mr. Freeland? Or what would he say?
Well, it's still a celebration, and we can mourn him and celebrate what we've accomplished. I'm really the child of the American dream. We came here with nothing. Our parents were people who fled during World War II and aspired to something great, worked hard, and never expected a handout. And we're the result of that. So it's an honor to be here.
And what's the secret to giving the performances that you give that are so iconic?
I think you're always trying to please yourself. If you're second guessing the public, you're going to go wrong. It's like a relationship where it falls apart and you say, I thought you wanted me to be like this. So the best thing you can do is be yourself, and if you please yourself, you'll please someone else.
Authenticity?
That's what authenticity is.
Well, you've been critical of President Trump in the past. Some comments
before you were born, over half a century ago, I sadly Ace Frehley, the original guitarist, didn't make it. It would have been a great honor, but his daughter Monique and his wife Jeanette are going to be here, and we're going to make sure that, and I spoke with President Trump, he confirmed there's going to be an empty chair beside us in memory of Ace.
Speaking of the president, what are your hopes for his hosting duties tonight? Do you think he'll be extra funny?
Always going to be great. He's always been in show business, and Shakespeare knew this stuff before you guys did. The whole world's a stage, and we're just all actors. You don't dress like that for no reason. You're aware people are going to be looking at you, and you wear shades because you want people to think you're in a band. Come on.
That's it, man.
And the reason I wear it all the time is because the sun never sets on planet cool.
All right.
You have Lear from Reuters and Reuters.
How come your words are too small? See,
I know.
Look at AP. That's cool, but you need bigger.
Well, thank you. You're absolutely.
NPR. Nobody cares. Oh.
Can I quote you that you said that? I need a bigger platform to stand on.
Yeah.
Tell me, what does this mean to you?
You have to speak up. I'm in a band.
What does it mean to you to be here, to be with your family? Well, yeah. What this is time?
Well, we all started before you were born, half a century ago, before cell phones and digital stuff. And we did it the old-fashioned way. You get into a station wagon and you go across America, and like the original politicians, take your platform to the people. And we were never a critics band, but those critics are all dead.
What did you tell your wife when you found out you were going to get this award?
He said you got to go buy a dress.
Or two. You good?
You've been a friend of President Trump's for a long time. You've known him from Celebrity Apprentice. What's your take on his job performance? Are you supportive of the way he's handling it?
Why do you care?
I'd be interested to see what you think.
Yeah, but it's all nonsense. It's all clickbait. When I was first starting to vote, there used to be a curtain, and you voted.
Put a year into it, and I'm turning 80 December 20th. So it's been a great year for me. It's been a great, and this has been a great time. So God couldn't have given me more stuff from a kid from the streets of Brooklyn. I can't believe I'm in the White House. Holy mackerel.
Can you even imagine? Just think about this for a second. This band is iconic. They've been all around the world. They've played in front of stadiums, hundreds of millions of people probably in total. And Peter Criss is acting like a little kid. I got to go to the White House. He's 80 years old. And he's.
Last night I finally laid my head down. I slept 9 hours. Last night I finally laid my head down. I slept 9 hours, which was a miracle because I have insomnia. And I couldn't believe today that I was going to be sitting, here and meeting all these. It's very exciting. It's my heart is beating like a triplet.
Record coming out on December 19th.
Yes.
So it's on December 19th.
And my birthday's the 20th. I'm turning 80.
Is it like this?
And although I feel 20 in my brain, but the body's starting to feel 53 years of drumming. But
what do you? My son's in drums. So what do you tell musicians who are young, who are coming up?
My father loved big bands, and he put on a Benny Goodman album with Gene Krupa, who was my idol. And I heard Sing, 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 and I knew immediately that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a drummer, and I worked in a butcher shop, and I bought this old set of drums at $200. They took it out of my pay. I took them home, and I never stopped playing. And I music first. I had no idea of buying a big house and having a lot of money. It's always been about the music and from the heart. Either you got it or you don't. And even if not, just to play an instrument is a God-given gift. I mean, my mom used to say wasted talent. I don't know if you ever saw Bronx Tale, but that's how she was. And my grandmother would cut your hair and get a real job. And my mother would leave him alone, just let him play his drums. So thank God for my mother. I know she's looking out.
And you tell new drummers to keep practicing.
Yes. keep practicing. I still have a practice pad when I watch TV, and I play along with the commercials and think I'm adding something to the music. So just play and enjoy it, and don't think above it all. Just enjoy the moment, because it goes fast. I mean, I don't believe I'm turning 80 next week, and here I am at the Kennedy Center. So that's my information for drummers. Thank you so much. God bless you. It's good to meet a Brooklyn girl. Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Can you tell us a little bit about Ace and who you think
We were very close. Ace and I lived near each other. I watched his daughter born, his wife, his godmother,
and also for
so it's been a hell of a loss. But I was with him at the end.
So were you performing ahead of time?
I miss him.
Yes, I'm in the tribute for Michael Crawford,
but his daughter's here,
and I'll be singing Music of the Night and Phantom of the Opera.
What does it mean to you singing such an iconic song here?
Very big part of the band.
I am on cloud nine. I just can't believe that I get to be a part of this and to honor.
Okay, so this guy, in case you don't know who Michael Crawford is the actor who played Phantom of the Opera. This gentleman at the concert is going to be singing some of the songs from Phantom of the Opera.
Such an icon in all of music, This is so well deserved to have initiated this role, to really formed it. It's in the fabric of our culture. So you hear the music and you hear his interpretation of it, and you know exactly what it is. And so it's an honor to be asked to do and be a part of that. Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Arlene with Reuters. How are you?
What's your name?
Arlene.
Hello, Arlene.
And what will you be performing today, and what does it mean to you to be performing?
I'm performing in honor of my friend Gloria Gaynor, and I'm going to be performing 2 songs that I did on her album Testimony, which she won a Roots Gospel Grammy, and she actually presented me with my Grammy. And it was the first year that they had that category, and I won it. And then she called me out of nowhere, like a year later, and she was like, personally, nobody does that. And she called me personally, and she was like, "Hey, I want to win that gospel Grammy like you did, and I know you know how to win one, so I want you to come do it with me." So I did the record with her, and she actually won it.
Give me just the refrain, a little bit of what you're going to sing.
So we're going to do it's going to start with an a cappella version, just like on the album, with Jason Crabb and Chris Blue and I.
So sing me like 3 minutes.
And we're going to do, it's going to go like, through the storm, through the night, lead me on to the light, take my hand, precious love, lead me home.
You deserve a second Grammy right now. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. She's going to love it.
Thank you. It's going to be amazing, man. And it couldn't happen to a more deserving person. She is a beautiful ray of sunshine for all of us who know her. So,
well, we women just think of her as
man,
and power.
That's what she is, man. That's what she is. All my friends, the young kids, she uses some people in my band. Sometimes they can't keep up with her. She's 84 years old, and she's still traveling the world doing it. So,
wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you, Arlene.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello.
I'm Arlene with Reuters. How are you?
Well, Chris Blue.
Will you be performing today?
Yes, ma'am. I'm performing for Gloria Gaynor with Mike Ferris and Jason Crabb, 2 gospel goats and legends in their own right, and I'm honored to be here.
That's wonderful. What are you performing?
What will I be performing? I'm performing a song called Precious Lord, Take My Hand. And it's a classic gospel song that I grew up singing, in fact, in church. And so to be able to sing that song here on this platform with this, amazing group of people is going to be something truly special. I'm really excited about it.
I imagine you would hear.
So I just told Mike this in the dressing room. I said, I'm surrounded by all the people that know her. Like, her pastor is my pastor. The label that she did her gospel record on is my label. So I'm surrounded by everybody that knows and loves her and people that she loves. I haven't had the privilege of meeting her yet. So tonight's the night. I'm excited. I cannot wait to meet her. It's going to be cool.
And is that your beautiful wife?
This is my beautiful wife behind me. Come on in here, girl. I know it.
Enjoying it from back there.
Listen, this right here is the better half. Let me tell you.
Absolutely beautiful. Don't let go of her.
I did well. I married way up. Way.
That's the trick.
That's right.
Give me your name.
My name is Chris Blue, like the color blue.
And where are you from?
So I'm from Tennessee. From Knoxville, Tennessee, yes.
One of our cameramen's from Tennessee.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he lost the accent though.
Good old Rocky Top. You can't beat Rocky Top.
It's a great accent.
It is a great accent.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Tonight.
Thank y'all.
What did it mean for you to get the call to do this performance? Did they call? Who hit you up? How did you know you're going to be doing this?
Man, so it was crazy. I was at work. So I'm a worship pastor at my church, and I was just hanging out with my family, doing some work, and then I got the call, and I kind of froze up.
From who?
Because I couldn't believe it was somebody from our team, and so I was just like, wait a minute, wait, what?
Okay, so in this split screen, or not really a split screen, you're seeing the camera hit two people. In the lower right, you've got the reporters are talking to Michael Crawford, who is the Phantom of the Opera, and I guess you remember Kelsey Grammer from Cheers. He's right back there, and Chris Blue is still talking.
I have the what? I hung up the phone because I didn't think they were serious. They called back and said, "No, listen, this is not a joke. It's real." And so, get ready. Here we are.
Ready?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Without a doubt.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is a historical night. It's a new Kennedy Center, a new host, a new everything. How does it feel to be part of this induction year?
Well, as I've never been here before, so it's very, very exciting, and it sounds as though it has great things ahead. So I wish I could still sing as strongly, because I'd love to come back here and perform. I could come back and sing something more quiet.
The last thing is, when you first saw the book for Phantom, knowing it came from a horror, what are your thoughts of how you move forward on
Well, initially, when Andrew said, he said that it's going to get crowded. We must do Phantom of the Opera together. And I said, not foolishly, yes, Andrew, I'd love to. And I thought he was thinking of me for the part of Raoul. And I had no idea. So I studied Nelson Eddy's version of Phantom of the Opera and studied Raoul for about 6 or 7 months until Andrew called me in, and I said, "Well, Andrew," I said, "you got your Raoul?" And he said, yes, we got him yesterday." He said, "I want you for the Phantom." And I said, "The old one? The ugly one?" And it took off from there. It's brilliant. I'm so glad.
Hi, guys.
Carly from
How's it
Reuters.
going?
How are you?
All right. Go.
And you brought a beautiful
babe.
date.
I certainly have. This is my daughter, Faith.
Hi, Faith. Thank you for being here with us. What does it mean for Dad to be here?
I don't know. See, he really doesn't know. But for me, it's a big thing. So, Kennedy Center Honors has been something I've really respected and participated in throughout the last few decades, and so I'm here to just keep alive the tradition, and I'm glad to sort of revivify the whole idea that we can still come together and celebrate the arts, and it doesn't have a political overlay, at least for most of us.
The president is very involved in this.
He really is. It's extraordinary, and he actually. I didn't realize how much work and money he's dedicated to redoing the center. It's amazing. The word is that it was pretty much falling down. I remember here the last time with Jerry Herman, I was like, looking pretty shaky. And it was
not a good thing. So I mean, I'm really excited about it. Yeah, I thought so. I wanted to say hi to Michael myself. Hey. Meet my daughter Faith.
Hello, Michael.
Crawford.
Hi.
Here's the man.
And
I've had a few. You know.
And Michael,
Go ahead and say hey.
we're with Reuters. I'm with Reuters. Hi. Can you also talk to me about what it means to be here? And congratulations.
Thank you. It means
This is Michael Crawford, one of the honorees. You may know him as the Phantom of the Opera, and he's the man. If you've ever seen Phantom of the Opera with him in it, it's amazing.
I'm speechless. It's so humbling. But at the end of a career, I didn't expect a phone call like that to say you're going to be honoured, and it was just mind blowing.
But you've worked for it your whole life.
But you don't think about that. I think we go to do, and we all go to do our job the best we can, and you don't do it for reward. The reward is having full houses. That's the excitement, and to have gone with Phantom to have such audiences in England, and then in New York, and then in LA. We went to. It was amazing to see people sleeping outside before waiting for tickets, and you dream of stuff like that.
What does it mean that your music, that your performance, that your show is so iconic on both sides?
But well, I say before, I started studying American film, unknowingly study, but from when I was about 7 years of age, seeing Buster Keaton and Harold Lloyd, and watching the truthfulness of their comedy. It was dramatic. What they did was dramatic, and you saw them fall, and Laurel and Hardy. But it's brilliantly done. It's absolutely brilliantly done, and you keep that inside you, and you analyse it. And the further you move on your career, to then work with Gene Kelly, and meet and work with him for months on end on Hello Dolly, I learned a discipline growing up. I learned to be brave. Like, you had strength. You worked from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes.
I want to interrupt for a second. You heard Gene Simmons, you heard Peter Criss, you heard Chris Blue, the other guy with the funny hair, and you have to, buffering again. I don't know what's going on with Rumble, but I'm buffering. Okay, we're back. But you have to wonder, the message that these people are sending out is something that the young people and the media don't tell people. The aspirations. I saw Buster Keaton and I wanted to be like him, and I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that, and my mom said get a drum set, and I kept practicing. It's all about motivation, aspiration, inspiration. Keep going, keep pushing. Young people today don't know that. They keep saying it's boomers' fault. These people are telling you the secret.
And that's where a character comes from. And that applied to the Phantom. So I made it hurt every night. It hurts to use the entire. It's athletic. And hopefully that gets through to an audience.
What would you tell young artists coming up now? What would you tell young artists? Has it changed?
To watch people like that and feel the truth when you're performing a part. Live it for those few minutes that you're playing it, or those few hours that you're playing it. Live those moments, live that life of the lyric that you're singing. Live it, understand. Brilliant lyrics by Sondheim. They should make you weep when you sing. They're amazing, and it's all American. So I owe you a great deal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Grammar, how are you, Johnny? Bob.
Hey, Johnny, how are you? Oh, yeah.
You've met on the red carpet of the Golden Globes. President Trump is hosting. It's kind of different. What do you think? Hopefully you'll do the YMCA at the end of it.
Does it better than anybody else.
Yeah. Now you're in.
I apologize for the buffering in and out that happens. Nothing I can do about that. It's not me. I'm doing my fast forward moment till the next person begins talking because there's a lot of downtime. Looks as though Michael Crawford is speaking again.
So it's. I really appreciate having him appreciate the music.
Now, when you spent a lot of time with him last few days, what's your take on how he's leading the country? Are you supportive of the job he's doing?
I've no idea. I'm not here politically. I'm here as an artist, and I love the Kennedy Center has always done a good job, and it's been an institution which I hope now is continue, and so much more investment we hear is going into it, so it'll be even better. Yeah.
The pandemic took a toll on Broadway, as you know, and just live theater. What needs to be done to bring it back and put more bodies in the seats?
Well, I think COVID was the turning point, so who knows? It's the same all over the world. It's taking a long time for people to come back, to want to travel a certain amount of distance to go to the theatre. So it's been very damaging. I haven't worked since COVID. There's not the same demand for larger shows, large musicals. Disney is still doing stuff, and that's admirable. And there's a great new show called Paddington Bear in London.
Arturo.
Hi.
How
you doing?
How you doing?
How are you?
Arlene from Reuters.
Hi, how are you? So here we are. Lady first, man, come on. Lady first.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
First, could you just talk to me about what it means to have your music here as part of this?
Actually,
talk to me.
And then the medias are
Disco. Country, and of course, Rocky Rambo.
It couldn't get more American. It couldn't get better. I mean, America's were just.
I apologize for the buffering that keeps happening. It's nothing I control, but I kind of do, because starting next week, we're going to be using a different system to encode. So hopefully this stuff won't happen. I'm over it. Completely frickin' over it.
Was founded. America's where country western and country music was founded. Rocky, I mean, can you get any more American than that? And Kiss, the rock and roll era, and probably one of the greatest rock bands of all time. So I am so excited. And then theater as well is included in there. I'm so excited. I think it's a great class of inductees, and I'm really looking forward to hearing tonight the music.
Now tonight's host. What are your hopes for tonight's host, and what do you think he's going to be able to pull off?
And who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the president.
President Donald J. Trump, the chairman of the Kennedy Center. Well, he is the master of communication. He's the master of the arts. I mean, President Trump loves the arts. This is why he said, when he saw what was happening to the Kennedy Center with fiscal mismanagement and allowing this beautiful building to fall apart, he said, we can't let that happen. We're not going to let that happen. And he worked really hard to make sure that money was made available to rebuild this and make sure they fixed it and brought it up to par and get it in its fiscal house in order. So I think tonight we're going to see an incredible statesman and an incredible showman at the same time on stage.
And then my last question is, obviously, at the very beginning of this, there was a change in programming in what was considered, say, family-friendly or family whatever. What are your thoughts on, as we move forward now, to how that adjusts and the type of content that does come to the Kennedy Center?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
What I'm saying is that like there was some stuff that was no longer acceptable at the Kennedy Center.
I mean, nobody is into garbage, DEI, LGBTQ+, all of that stuff. Nobody wants that woke stuff. It's not entertaining. You want to see how the movie industry's been ruined in Hollywood by pushing and forcing down our throats this woke garbage. And the Kennedy Center said, we're going to bring in amazing art. I know that people in the media are shaking their heads and shocked by this, but I'm telling you, the American people don't want it. And I know Reuters is offended that I just said that. And Reuters doesn't, they want the woke garbage, but we want arts that are just entertaining and not trying to force an agenda down our throats. And so I'm looking forward to it.
But there's something probably in between those two that is acceptable.
We don't want woke garbage. We want entertainment, arts, beauty.
Okay, thank you.
Did you like woke garbage, PC, woke garbage?
I think that's up to the beholder to understand what it is.
You're right. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, right? And you can tell by the amount of money that Hollywood is losing at such a rapid pace. They're crumbling right now, that nobody wants the woke garbage. And so thank God Ambassador Grinnell came in and said, we're not going to do that. We're going to push through the great arts, and I think we're going to see that tonight. The class of inductees are not woke. They're not about LGBTQ+, IE, DEI, none of the alphabet stuff. They're just about entertaining the audiences and being excellent at the craft. Do you disagree with that?
I don't disagree with that, but I disagree by just saying that someone's LGBTQ, that would mean that's not acceptable.
Are you kidding? The arts, LGBTQ, that there's a lot of people who are that. But it used to be that there was just entertainment. It wasn't political. It wasn't trying to shove an agenda down our throats. And I know that the AP and Reuters, I can just see Reuters, she's over here practically crying her eyes out because I'm saying all of this. But the fact is, the American people are the consumers of this, and they want to be entertained. They don't want to have a political agenda push at them. They don't want LGBTQ+ trans, DEI. They don't want that garbage. They want to sit when they spend their money and be entertained. And we haven't had that for the past several years. And I think Hollywood will come back when they realize that. So I'm looking forward to tonight. There's nothing PC about Kiss. They just put out great rock and roll. Nothing PC about disco. They put out great music. Nothing PC about George Strait. He put out the greatest country music ever. And I think this is just an incredible evening where everyone's welcome. Everyone's coming together. We get to put aside our differences. We get to let our mind be free of any political differences we have and just enjoy the arts. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Nice to see you.
Good, nice to see you.
So,
where are you from?
From the Shutterstock
Okay.
video. So you're gonna see tons of lawmakers, tons of politicians tonight. What's your message for them? Anything that is in your wheelhouse? Any issues you're concerned about?
100%. Well, Chenille and I were blessed to have 3 beautiful children, but our first child, Johnny Christopher, was born when he was 20 months old, had pediatric cancer. So we've dealt with that for over 6 years, pediatric cancer, and 1 child every 2 minutes is diagnosed with this disease. I know President Trump has been working feverishly on trying to put more money towards pediatric cancer and other childhood life-threatening diseases, and that would be my message. We can never have enough money for our kids who are dealing with life and death and should be dealing with what to play with.
It's a really important issue. Since you mentioned President Trump, generally, what do you think of his job performance right now? Do you approve of kind of his leadership and how he's handling the country?
I think what he's doing in a lot of ways is fantastic, and I'm really excited to see where the country goes and how his policies are going to affect us, hopefully in a profound, positive way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Mr.
so much.
Angel,
Yes.
how are you?
Hey,
how's
Johnny,
it going?
how are you?
Good to see
I'm
you.
a big fan of, your boss.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of him too, I think.
Yeah.
Well, come on in.
Yes.
Before I get to you, Mr. Angel, what are you wearing? This is gorgeous. Philip Klein. And who are you wearing?
Well, this is actually...
In case you guys didn't know that, excuse me. In case you guys didn't know, that was Chris Angel. I believe you can consider him a magician, but Chris Angel with his lady friend, Chenille.
My costume shop made this for me, and this is based in all of my tattoos that I have. Jesse Waters, I can get you one. You can do all of your tattoos. Oh, you don't have tattoos, Jesse, but we can get some. Have me on your show, Jesse. What are we waiting for? I'll do some magic for you.
Can you make him disappear?
For enough money, anything is possible. And then you could take his slot, but I don't think you can fill his shoes because I can't feel called family shoes.
Look at those shoes. Look at those shoes down
How are you?
there.
John Curtis.
All
We
right.
spoke in our
Thank you
studio,
so
AP.
much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does this feel?
It feels like a dream. It's incredible. It's a dream come true. And
This is Gloria Gaynor. I Will Survive. This is Miss Gaynor.
because, as I said before, I've seen the people who have gone on before me. I've admired their talent, and to be counted among them is absolutely incredible. And I'm just floored. Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What
Thank
does
you.
this mean to you?
It means to me that, can I say I've arrived? Yeah, I think I've arrived.
I think you could already arrive.
Yeah, well, I mean, but to be recognized in this way is like the pinnacle. And I'm so incredibly happy and honored and excited. And yeah, it's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Gloria.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Can I ask one more question?
Mhm.
Your music, your song is an anthem of strength to people, to women.
Yes.
What does it mean to you that you've become that symbol of strength, and how has that been part of your life?
It means to me that I am fulfilling my purpose, and I think that's something that everyone hopes to do in their lives, and I feel incredibly blessed that I'm able to do that, because not everybody realizes their purpose and are able to accomplish it. And so it feels like an accomplishment for me, and to be honored for that is like makes me happy beyond measure.
Giving people hope.
Yes, absolutely.
Laura, I'll see you on the
So, Gloria, I read many reports about since 2023, you've donated a lot to Republicans. I was wondering why you support the Republican Party.
I
Can you
support
explain a
people
little
who help people, period. I don't care. I don't care about that.
You notice that the reporters are trying to get gotcha moments. This is about entertainment and achievement, and they keep coming back trying to get these people to say anything negative about President Trump or Republicans. And she's got a handler next to her who's like, let's go. These people don't want to talk to you. They don't want to, admire you for what you've done in your career. They're just looking for gotcha moments.
Gloria, we're going to keep taking you down the carpet.
Miss Gaynor, how are you? Johnny from Fox, how's it going?
Well, yes, I'm wearing.
So my favorite song is "I Will Survive." So now, when President Trump got elected, the first Democrats, they were afraid, they were petrified. How are they going to
And you
survive?
are allowed to tell them what you're doing in the show. We're just not telling the honoree.
Okay. So here we are.
Who are you wearing today?
50, along 51 years ago. 50.
Next year will be 50.
Yeah, okay.
Can I hear a little "I Will Survive"?
With the music to this film that still lives to be here tonight.
Secretary Berto.
How are you, Johnny?
Good.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. How's it going?
It's going great. We were just having a little North Dakota moment there because Sly's wife all over the country. They both got prototype. They just all grew up in small towns in North Dakota. One of them just said she graduated from the same high school. Thank you.
Mr. Stallone. Mr.
That's amazing. Now, which cabinet
Roma.
I'm just going to get one, right?
You will.
Yeah, thanks.
Roma. Can you have them stand here so we can all share instead of having them stand here and then we're blocked? No, if we stand here, we can all get it.
I can't share Reuters, as you know, so let us get our bite, and you guys can.
We can.
Our policy is we don't.
Now, what do you want?
I think what we want, what everybody wants is peace and prosperity, and how fun meeting President Trump got
before it's all, let's get the night one done.
Let's get it done. Now, what do you want to
Oh, and by the way, the reason Sylvester Stallone is walking with the cane is because he's had decades of doing his own stunts in Rambo and Rocky and all his other movies, and he's kind of broken up. He's broken his back, he's broken all kinds of bones, and as we get older, you know, even like us old football players, things just stop working. So that's why he's walking with a cane.
Well, Jesse's like, how come I'm not on the show? It's the only show that they have that I can watch every night. And we love watching Jesse and just
All right, Secretary, you know what we have to do now. Here's Johnny. Good seeing you too.
Mr. Stallone. Mr. Stallone.
Mr. Stallone, can you tell us?
Mr. Stallone, congrats. Congrats. How does this feel? Yeah, AP. How does this feel for you to be here tonight, man?
How does it feel?
How does it feel?
Well, you know, it's kind of like being in the eye of a hurricane. You're not sure yet until you're able to analyze it. Like, this is an amazing event, but when you're caught up in the middle of it, it's hard to take it in until the next day. You know what I mean? But I'm incredibly humbled by it.
It's been quite a journey, what it took for you to make that film after as a struggling actor and all the things you had to do. To be here today, looking back on that struggle in making Rocky, how do you feel?
Well, it's interesting you say that because I've never been goal-oriented, ever. And a lot of people are shocked when I say that because you just do what you do. And I thought the Rocky, the one thing I have in common with 99% of the world, we're all underdogs. I mean, we all start out as underdogs. And we persevere and hopefully we kind of attain our vision. But that's the one thing that really, I think, was the key to Rocky, is that you didn't have to be a white collar, blue collar. Everyone related to the struggle.
Well, that's particularly American, isn't it?
We say that, but it is American. It really is, because we came in fighting. Let's face it. You know, since the Pilgrims landed here, it's been an uphill battle.
You know, the president.
So yeah, we're very relatable to struggle.
The film captures that fight, which I think is part of its narrative.
I know, but it wasn't like an obvious ploy. It just happened. You know. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
The president, Mr. Stallone, the president had such. Is so. You know, he really finds so much emotion in your work and so much inspiration in your work. What does it feel like to have the President of the United States?
It's the ultimate, but it's one thing that we have in common. Even though he's been incredibly successful in his life, and we have, there's still a portion of us that consider ourselves underdogs. We're not completed works of art. We still have a long way to go to be really self-satisfied with who we are. And it's an ongoing struggle, and that's what I think kind of blends us together, at least in my career.
Are you satisfied?
Can you imagine being Sylvester Stallone and saying, I still have more to do? I'm not satisfied. Kids should be watching this. This guy has created iconic characters, two of the most iconic characters ever in film, Rambo and Rocky, and he's like, I still got more to do. We have much more to do. You don't stop, you keep going. Amazing.
Who you are right now, or is there something left?
No, we got to work on the paint. We got to work on the outside a little bit. Yeah, I am to a point, but the satisfaction comes in the admiration of others. If you're admired, then you should be sort of satisfied with yourself. Like the fact that I have an amazing wife and children, and that's where the admiration comes from. In the beginning, whether actors like to admit it or not, they need the love of strangers, the admiration of people in the dark, the audience. But as you grow older, you realize you need the ones that have been with you throughout the struggle. And the audience, though valuable, they come second.
What did you tell your wife when you won this award?
Oh, I told her how much I loved her and that she's my award. Thank you.
One last question. We're going to go behind you. Last question.
You described President Trump as the second George Washington after the election.
Yeah.
How do you feel now? Do you still feel that way?
Yeah, I do. I think he's an extraordinary man. This is the toughest job in the world, and it's really easy for people to be critical, and I get it. I mean, you are, because we're dealing with tremendous confrontation around the world. But I still, and I said it last night, I think he's an extraordinary human being. The one thing that people don't realize, and I've known him for 30 years, he's very, very gracious. Like, he'll remember your kids' names. He'll call, like, during a serious situation, he goes, "Oh, how's your mother? How's she doing?" You know, little things, and no one knows about that. That's why the fellow I know is quite different than the way he's reported about. But I like the man a lot.
And you spent some time with J.D. Vance at that reception.
Yeah.
Do you think he would be a good person to succeed the movement that Trump has started politically?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he's really an elegant man. His wife's amazing. Kind of like my wife over here. Come here, beautiful. Come on, my love. Yeah, I found him to be very elegant in his demeanor. He was quite humbling. Not humbling, but he was quite generous in his words to me and to my family when he didn't have to be. I didn't expect it. So there's something about when you look at a man eye to eye and just you can feel it, whether they're real or whether they're trying to be posturing for a different idea. But he's authentic. I mean, look at the book he wrote. Talk about humble beginnings. All right, guys, thank you.
Are you okay?
This way?
Are you okay? Because some fans are concerned about you when they saw the video of you with the king.
No,
How are you
I'll
doing?
tell you, because I've had 8 back operations. I have 1 more going, and it adds up. You know, it's just, oh, you again. Excuse me.
Thank you so much.
Blessing offer.
Thank you.
Performing tonight for a Sylvester Stallone tribute. Ready?
Hi, yeah. Hi, this is
How are you?
Arlene from Reuters. How are you?
What's your name?
Arlene.
Arlene, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Can you tell me what you'll be performing today?
We are playing a couple of pieces that Bill composed, and I'm on piano playing with the orchestra. It's awesome.
And what does it mean to you to be here today?
Listen, I love the arts. B, I've played the Kennedy Center a handful of times. And also it's Rocky, and it's George Strait, and it's, I'm just honored. Yeah.
But you said you're playing for Sylvester Stallone.
I'm playing a couple of the pieces actually from the Rocky movies.
And what do you think of the movie?
Love. I mean, you just hear and it's over, Yeah. You want to run the Philly stairs, everything.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Blessing offer. You need anything?
You're performing for Sly.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. So,
Bill Conti.
Bill Conti.
Yeah.
Tell us
Carrie
about
Medalaka, she's performing this evening in the Michael Crawford segment, if you'd like to see.
After all these
Tell me what
years,
it means
Mr.
to be
Stallone,
here.
obviously he's the star, but from your perspective, because you're young.
Well, I'm actually singing from Hello
Generation is
Dolly.
young.
So we're honoring Michael Crawford, and I'm just, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And I'm so thankful to be here to celebrate him and his lifetime, his legacy, his career. And he really paved the way for those of us who came after him and got to do musical theater on Broadway and in New York. And so it's very full circle. I'm really, really thankful. And I'm excited to sing it to him as well. It's going to be amazing.
I think you rehearsed really well, and the band sounds great. The orchestra sounds great.
To be honest, it came completely out of the blue. I wasn't expecting it, and someone just reached out and asked if I would be a part of it. And I've obviously been aware of the Kennedy Center and all the amazing work that they've done, and especially recently what the changes, and so it's just really kind of divinely put me in this position to be able to do what I love on a stage that is just so beautiful and is so known, honoring a man who has paved the way for so many of us. So
This is a uniquely American honor.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying how honored we are, that it's in the United States.
Yes.
Yes. What does that honor mean to you?
Well, it means more than I could ever say, and I am so much of my life's work is bringing art and country together, and I feel very grateful that I live in a place where I get to follow my dreams and do what I love, and so it's been it's just incredible to be here this year. And so I don't take that lightly, and I'm really honored to be at the honors. That's for sure. Thank you. Thank you.
That we should tear down the Kennedy Center. You know, when it rained, our roof would leak, the sewer system below would back up, we had pipes bursting, elevators didn't work, our fountain coordinate.
I'm really honored to be at the honors. That's for sure. Thank you. Thank you.
What works?
You mentioned two problems.
Competition, fringe, niche for people.
Since we're in D.C., I have to ask you, I know you're very outspoken about the whole situation with Israel, where it stands right now. Are you happy with the progress being made under Trump with the peace in the region, and where's your advocacy at right now?
My advocacy over the past 2 years has been for humanity. I've always tried with my social media to stand for humanity and just share the real, raw, personal stories of what has been going on there. I have personally been back to Israel 7 times in the past 2 years. I'm going again in about a week, and I always try to use my platform to show what's going on. I'm very grateful for what has happened. Our hostages are home, and that was always what I've been advocating for the release of our hostages, and I'm just so grateful that our hostages are home.
Looking at the conflict as a whole, what do you think is the biggest misconception from what you see on social media and what everybody's saying about the conflict?
Unfortunately, nowadays there's just so much propaganda, and with AI, and just it's hard to know what to believe, right? And so that's why for me it was so important to physically go on the grounds. I actually also went into Rafah, into Gaza as well, to be with the people there. So I think it's really hard to know what to believe nowadays, and so for me I always try to show the real, authentic truth.
Yeah, how do you combat that?
By continuing to post and by using my platforms of 14 million followers to show what has been going on.
Thank you, Martina.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It thrills my heart to know that they are honoring her tonight. Nobody, in my opinion, deserves it any more than her. She's absolutely beautiful. Everybody needs to know her as a person. I wish everybody could just sit down and have tea with her or coffee. She's amazing.
Well, she certainly added to the canon one of the most inspirational musical numbers of our time.
I Will Survive. Absolutely. And, she speaks for a lot of people, and she is the forerunner. She has done so many great things. I remember when the digital music first came out and the artists weren't really being compensated the way she went and advocated for so many people. She's that type of person, not just for herself, but for everybody else. And if you know her, this night is really special. I mean, it'll bring a lot of tears, I think, because she's that type of woman. And so I'm excited about, especially in a place like this, the Kennedy Center, and what a great place and what a great night. So thanks to everyone that made this possible.
You have fun out there tonight.
I'm going to give it everything I got.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Arlene with Reuters.
How are you? Good.
You'll be performing for Gloria Gaynor.
I am.
What will you be performing?
I'm going to do it. So she did a gospel record that she actually won a Grammy for. And I got to be a part of that record. We did a couple of numbers together, and also we wrote a song together. And so I got to know her. She was, of course, she lives in New York. I was playing Carnegie Hall, and we started on Twitter just talking back and forth, and she said, I think I'm going to come out. And so here's what I did. I let her know that I was going to be there, and I'd love for her to come out. And she came out, and she said, I've never played Carnegie Hall before. It was a bucket list. I'm like, so we became friends. We talked. We got, and so anyway, this record, I'm going to be doing a gospel number that we did on there, Precious Lord, Take My Hand, and then we're going to do a song that she wrote that we're excited about. I'll just come out and sing a little bit of that, talking about Jesus.
Can you give me just one line that you're going to sing?
Oh, sing a little line? Okay. Hear my cry, hear my call, hold my hand, lest I fall. Take my hand, Precious Lord, lead me on.
Which number?
I guess the Kennedy Center's going to get some gospel tonight, or we'll see it on the 23rd. But already it's going to be different than most of the Kennedy Center performances.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And you know, I was talking to her a little while ago, and I said she gives hope to people.
Oh, she is that. And you feel safe. When she starts talking and when she starts, speaking to you, it's just like honestly, it's almost like she's a minister in a such a way. It's like she gives you comfort, she gives you hope, she gives you all of those things. She makes you feel comfortable, safe. And I think it's got to do with the relationship, the spiritual relationship that she has. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Who are you wearing?
Oh, I'm wearing Reemac. There's no one else to wear other than Reemac, my friend. But let me tell you something. Tonight is all about America. Tonight is all about President Trump bringing together the best talent and bringing us all together and recognizing that music is something that has a commonality. And we all love it. We all enjoy it. And this is about the energy that the president brings to America. God bless him and God bless his country.
And you have a great singing voice.
I am tone deaf, Johnny, and you know it. Okay, but my hero is singing tonight, George Strait. I have loved George Strait for decades. So as long as they sing Amarillo by morning, I'm a happy camper.
Now, Judge, before you go, you're here in D.C., you're fighting crime, we miss you back at Fox.
Yeah.
But what's harder, fighting crime in D.C. or sitting next to Harold and Jessica?
Fighting crime in D.C. is probably the toughest thing I'll ever do, and I miss Jessica, and I miss Harold, and all my friends on the Five. But you know what? This is a fight worth fighting, and I'm thrilled to be here.
All right, we love you, Judge.
I miss you.
Yeah, Mom. We'll see you soon.
Judge, I have one for you before you go.
Yes.
Nice to see you again. So let me ask you about this, because you've encountered in D.C. a lot of issues when it comes to ICE. What did you think when you saw that video of the Democratic congressman getting in the way of ICE agents and telling them back off? I came out today.
I didn't see. I'm sorry. I didn't see this. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's fine.
I mean, I'm happy to talk about any case that I know of. I mean, I could talk about the pipe bomber. I could talk about Ramanullah Lockenwall, who came and shot 2 National Guardsmen. We've kind of been preoccupied with that.
You have been very busy.
Yes.
And, when you talk about the pipe bomber, why so long? Why did it take so long to get him? Why do you think
First
now
of all,
he did
it took President Trump and his FBI to make a decision to use the energy and to use the resources we have. Under President Biden, they pulled FBI off that case. It's all about determination. It's all about this president and Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, and my office saying we're going to get to the bottom of it. And we did. That's all you need is determination and drive and competence. Don't forget that. Take care.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Jason Crab.
Hi, how are you?
This is Shelley.
Hi, Shelley, how are you?
2-time Grammy winner.
Oh, thank you. So it's an honor.
How are you?
Oh, I'm so excited. He's doing Gloria Gaynor tonight. Oh, sure. I don't want to get in your way.
Hey, Brett.
How you doing?
Very good. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So much.
I
don't think we've ever met.
You guys are.
Hi, Johnny.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Want to come over here? I'll grab you.
How we doing? How's it going?
Thank you for all you do, my friend.
He has one especially for you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we prepared for this.
Oh, wow.
So I'll start with you, Amy. Amy, who are you wearing? You look gorgeous. I love it. Now, Brett, Jesse wants to know how many vacations. He says you're always off.
Yeah. That's really nice, Jesse. How many vacations do you have?
He wants to know if you're improving your
Inductees, quite a range of talent.
Well, last night at the State Department, each of the honorees spoke for 5 minutes about their lives, and it was so moving and so personal, and it really created such an amazing setup for tonight's event. So we're really, really excited.
Well, thank you so much.
And Allison, what are you looking most forward to?
I'm most looking forward to President Trump emceeing tonight.
I think it'll be great.
It'll be so fun.
How entertaining do you think he's going to be? I mean, it's a tough task.
Oh, this president, he is so relaxed in front of these cameras, as you know, and he's so funny. I can't wait for tonight. It'll be so fun.
Do you think we'll get him to sit?
I don't know about that. You might get him to dance, though. You might get him to dance.
Secretary Lutnick.
Yeah, hi,
How are you?
How you doing?
Great. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Good to
so,
see you.
Let's talk about tonight and the transformation of the Kennedy Center. What sticks out to you the most in terms of the transition that you're pleased with right now?
Well, we know the Kennedy Center, when the president was inaugurated, was in tough shape. Right, it had financial difficulties. They were paying their staff out of debt, and the president came right in, and he loves to fix things. You know, he loves that. So he painted the columns a different color. He's going to make this building so gorgeous. Got $250 million in the big, beautiful bill for this building. I can't wait to how glorious it's going to be.
Now, let me ask you about this. We have a huge Supreme Court case right now on tariffs. If that were actually to be overturned, Trump's emergency power, what implications would that have for the economy and for the country right now?
So I sat through that case. We are going to win that case. Right, we're going to win it either 5-4 or 6-3. And the Supreme Court understands how devastating it would be for this country if they didn't stand up for the president's power to protect and defend our economy and our country. So I think we're going to win. You heard it here. We're going to win that case. Thanks.
Secretary Lutnick, how's it going? Johnny from Jesse Waters Show.
Nice to see you.
Have we done any trade deals today?
None today. You know, this weekend is Kennedy Honors, and I'm a +1. My wife's on the board of the Kennedy Center, so I'm here to support her.
Oh, so you're the big guest tonight. So you know, Christmas season's here. Which cabinet member would you?
Joy.
Dana had a radio show with the BB Radio 2, and she was the host. She left, and they offered me Gloria's radio show, and I couldn't believe that I was meeting with her, talking with her about the radio show, and just a tremendous talent. And I Will Survive is the theme song for so many people's lives. You know, we're going to make it. We'll be good. So it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
We started with the columns outside. He's raised $250 million for the big, beautiful bill to paint this building.
Neil, you got a second? Come on over. Right here is good. All right. How are you? I'm John.
John, everybody.
All right. So here we are. I'm assuming.
As novelas. Sylvester Stallone, we're like, what? And for the first 30 seconds, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's.
My bad. I'm trying to get that interview back in. Hold on.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. You got it.
I'm not letting you guys down. I'm going to keep playing villains for y'all.
Yellowstone villain is pretty.
Yellowstone is wicked. It was awful. It was so good.
Anyway, thank you so much, sir.
There you go. Bye.
Arlene from Reuters. Did you talk to me? Hi, how are you?
Yeah, we have to go
And
back.
I understand you're here for Sylvester Stallone.
Yes, I am.
If you guys don't know who he is, I forget his name, but he's a great actor, and he's one of the lead actors in Tulsa King. He was in a number of movies as well, and one of his big things that people talk about, he was in a show a long time ago, and they said he had to do a love scene with somebody, and he wouldn't kiss the other woman because he says, the only woman I kiss is my wife. So I salute him for that.
And can you talk to me about why you're to honor him?
Well, who else to honor in Hollywood other than the guy who's, as I was saying, has employed tens of thousands of people. His movies have amassed billions of dollars. What he's done to the economy in America alone and across the world is truly remarkable. But it's the entertaining that he's done, all the films that he's done, the family guy that he is, and the American that he is, and the God-fearing guy that he is as well. Those are the things that Reve and I love to be around. And so, you know, he's unlike anyone else. So for tonight, to be here in the Kennedy Center, a guy from Boston, Massachusetts, myself, to celebrate that name and to be on stage to give an award to my favorite guy in Hollywood. Are you kidding me? It's pretty awesome.
When did you meet him?
The first time we met was about 3 years ago on a Zoom when they were very interested in me to be on Tulsa King. They said, okay, great. In 5 minutes, we're going to have a Zoom with you and Sylvester Stallone. We're like, what? And for the first 30 seconds, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Rocky. I can't even think. I can't, and then once you meet him and start talking to him, he diffuses all tension, and he's just such a grounded human being. And we've had a ball playing in the sandbox on Tulsa King for the last few years.
So what are you going to say to me about it?
You're going to have to watch.
Yeah, and otherwise we have to kill you.
That's right. I'm the villain. Remember? That's right.
That's why we can't reveal.
All right, we got to go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I lost. It's okay. It's my fault.
I don't do that on purpose. I'm not that kind of person.
No. It's okay.
How does inspiration, how does that fit into people's well-being, and what does it mean for that to be what is being rewarded here today?
Arlene, what a beautiful question. Our biggest enemy in illness, but also in America, is nihilism, when we actually lose hope. And when you see Rocky, who happens to be my neighbor, and you see Sylvester Stallone in a private setting, he just gives you hope at every level. Now, he's funny as stink to boot, but he also is uplifting because his vision is a pretty simple one. See what you want to do. There's a fine line between vision and hallucination. Others have to see the vision. In order to bring it to life, you have to work hard. And I think that's sort of the message. If we work our tails off and we have confidence in ourselves and that there is some destiny that we could all achieve, it gives you hope that you could do anything. If Sylvester Stallone can do what he's done, we can all be superstars. It's not because he's normal, it's that he normalizes success.
We heard that from we had Gloria Gaynor with That Will Survive. Arturo Sandoval walked through here and talked about his Cuban childhood, and how, the U.S. gave him opportunities. What does it mean that the United States at the Kennedy Center is recognizing that?
Well, Gloria Gaynor is a wonderful example. You have a passion for doing something, maybe a gift, but it doesn't go anywhere unless you're actually willing to roll up your sleeves and engage life fully. And if you look at all these artists, they have that confidence that this country offers you unparalleled abilities to excel. When my father came here as an immigrant back in the 50s, he saw what later Ronald Reagan described as the shining city on the hill. That's ultimately what they're giving us. They're showing us that anybody can walk up to that hill and be recognized, in this case, for their excellence. But by doing that, they're actually pulling us up too. They're saying to all of us, wake up. You have destiny. You have opportunities. You're put on this earth for a reason. Live up to that. Have agency over your future.
And that's what the arts do too.
Well, the arts waken you in many ways. And as a scientist, I'll say much of what's happened that's breakthrough in science first happened in art. Art opens our eyes, gives us epiphanies, awakens us to some deeper realities so that science can finally actually move in the right direction. It aims us.
Dr. Oz, I would love to ask you, since you're the head of CMS, what's happening with the Obamacare tax extension, the premium subsidies? What do you want to see happen, and what are you hearing from people as a result?
I want Congress to debate it robustly and come up with some ideas that we can all accept as Americans. And I'm hearing better and better ideas coming out of Senate and the Congress, so I'm excited about this week. I think some of those ideas will be recognized more publicly. God bless.
The vaccination changes, are you in favor of those?
I'm supportive of kicking the tires. You know what do parents do? They put their kid in the car seat, but then they double check it's okay. It's not because they don't trust the seatbelt or the car seat. They want to just make 100% sure. And what these experts told us is hepatitis B vaccine works and it's very effective. But when you get it, might vary from person to person because some folks are in a higher risk situation than others. So I thought it was wonderful that they allowed there be a shared responsibility between doctors and patients to make the decision. My job is to pay for it. And loud and clear, no matter what you decide, we're going to pay for it. All right.
Do you think there should be income requirements for those subsidies.
We haven't had income requirements. If it's unlimited, which it is right now, you have people who have $1 million homes, multi-million-dollar homes, who are earning fairly high salaries. Understandably, folks who are cooking burgers, making minimum wage, don't want to pay this.
Dr. Oz, Merry Christmas. Jesse Waters has a question for you.
Oh, Jesse, where's Jesse Waters?
He sent me instead.
Okay.
Hey, Laura. What do you want for Christmas this year?
I want, like to say, I want Laura Ingram to take better care of me.
Oh, who has been naughty and nice?
President is very nice. It's truly inspirational. My daughter, literally.
For the war on Christmas.
Well, we've ended the war on Christmas at the Pentagon because of my wife, Jenny, who said, if President Trump's bringing Christmas back, Merry Christmas back, then we're bringing Christmas back to the Pentagon. So we got a tree, a permanent tree that's there. We're saying Merry Christmas. We're recognizing what the reason is for the season. We're doing a worship service. So Christmas is back.
Christmas is back. Now, which cabinet members are on the naughty list this year?
Oh, my goodness. Probably me. It's always me and RFK here and there. Certainly not Marco. Certainly not the vice president. And certainly not a wonderful list of females in the cabinet. I mean, Brooke and Pam and Kristi Noem, and we got Tulsi. They're the best.
What are you getting Jenny for Christmas?
I can't. If I told you, I'd have to kill you, John.
Uh-oh. What do you want to tell Jesse?
Jesse? He's doing a phenomenal job. We
He's on the naughty
appreciate it.
list, though.
Well, he's perpetual naughty list. So are you, by the way. Tell him he's the best. We appreciate you guys.
Doing a great job.
Sir,
Thank you very much. You got
How
it.
close are
Appreciate
we
it.
to a land strike in Venezuela, Mr. Secretary? How close? Look at shot. He was walking away.
Secretary Duffy. Yes. Hello, John. By the way, well done. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. People were interested.
It's a tie, and it seriously is a tie, because I grew up in the 80s loving the band Kiss, but I am a diehard country music fan. So George Strait, I think my husband would kill me if I didn't say George Strait too. So I hope I get to meet George Strait tonight. I'm really looking forward to that.
Have you met him before?
No, I have not. I have not met him before, nor the band Kiss, so I'm very excited.
But we have all sorts of...
And actually, I love Michael Crawford. So.
And Sylvester Stallone.
Well, and the iconic actors.
Gloria Gaynor.
Gloria Gaynor. See, there you go.
Isn't it an awesome
Yeah, it's
team?
great. It's a great team. We're very excited to be here. Very, very excited. So, and I love Sylvester Stallone's wife. I know Jennifer, so she's wonderful.
I want to ask you something on a whole different topic. The National Guardsmen who were killed
Yes.
here in D.C.
Thank
Are
you.
there any plans to posthumously raise the rank to somehow honor the National Guardsmen who were here?
So thank you for asking that. Sarah's family, they're amazing, and I don't know how they're handling this and dealing with the grief, but I'm going to I'll talk to the Guard about that. I know they have something special in mind for her and for Andy. I spent today with my husband in the hospital with Andy's family, and I can report Andy Wolf, of course, our guardsman who was shot, and he's remarkable. He's a miracle. I was with the doctors. I was with the family. He's a linesman full-time in West Virginia, and there were about 10 linesmen there from West Virginia with his family. Andy moves. He hugged his father last night. So he is making remarkable strides, and when he gets a little better, we're going to have him move to Walter Reed for his therapy, and hopefully he will be making a full recovery. So thank you for asking about them, and please, please pray for Sarah's family, and please pray for Melody and Jason Wolf and Andy's sister and brother and niece and all of his friends. Power prayer. Thank you all. Thank you.
After the court ruling on the Epstein files, when can we expect the full files to be released?
We're complying with
Epstein,
the congressional
Epstein,
deadline,
Epstein.
and as you saw, a judge unsealed in Florida, of course, the rest of the documents, so that we'll be working on providing them as well.
And you body management, Jesse Waters has a question.
I know.
How are
How's
you?
he doing? Good to
Very
see you.
good.
All right, I want to hear Jesse's
All right, so people want to know who's on the Epstein list, but I want to know who's on Santa's naughty list this year.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. No, a bunch of them. No. Who's on the naughty list? Well, it's not my husband. That's a good thing.
Which cabinet members would you say?
Oh, on the cabinet members. Oh, this is fun. Let's see. Cabinet members. Bobby Kennedy. Because I had to miss the event where he was training falcons. I don't know if you know that. Bobby trains falcons, and we were out of town, and he had the event without us. So Bobby's on my naughty list.
Bobby's on the naughty
Bobby's
list.
on the naughty list.
What do you
but
want?
Cheryl Hines is on the good list because we love Cheryl.
We love Cheryl.
Cheryl's awesome.
What do you want for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas? I want this is silly. I want Andy Wolf to recover, our guardsman who was shot. We were at the hospital with him today. And so if everybody can pray for his family, that's what we all want. And that's what we were celebrating Christmas at the hospital today with them. So that's what we want.
Absolutely, and you're doing great work.
Thank you. Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you so much.
It's
Merry
good to
Christmas.
see you.
Good seeing you too.
Tell about
Bobby.
Jesse. We love him.
I'll
He's
tell
always
him.
on the naughty list.
I've gotten a response yet on this email. Could use.
Understand.
Okay, and.
Probably the only thing which is okay. Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sir, this is one of the most prestigious nights in American arts, and you are hosting, I understand, tonight the first president to do that. What does this mean to you personally, also the chairman of the Kennedy Center?
Well, it's very exciting being chairman, but maybe more importantly, saving this incredible structure and building and concept. And it's done so well. You know, we've raised a tremendous amount of money tonight for the building itself and for charities overall. And we're really happy. It's been you see the way it's been received. It's been like it's never been before. And this building, this beautiful building, is going to be brought back to life. We've already started. And it'll be better than it was from day one.
Tonight's honors represent storytelling of American legends. What do these honorees represent to you tonight here at the Kennedy Center?
Well, we have great honorees. This is a group that really is unique. I think it's one of the, look, over the years I've been watching, and you've had some wonderful honorees, but I think this is really very much unparalleled. So we're going to see how it turns out. I think it's going to be a great evening.
And First Lady Melania, can I ask you about your upcoming video? Can you tell us anything about that, your film?
Latino will be out on January 30th. So looking forward to it, and I hope it 12 come and see it. Will be 20 days in Marquise Live before inauguration.
We look forward to seeing that. And what does tonight mean to you? You have celebrated the arts and design as part of your journey. Tell us what tonight means to you here at the Kennedy
Well, it really means we're bringing back the capital, Washington, D.C. If you look back a year ago, it was a very unsafe place. Beautiful, but unsafe. But it wasn't properly kept. It was not in good condition. Now it's in very good condition. And as you know, crime has been brought down to a level that nobody's ever seen here before. So we're very proud of that. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, what do you think of the Netflix Warner Brothers deal?
Kennedy Center, Mr. President?
Say it?
Do you think the center will eventually be named the Trump Kennedy
I don't know. I hear that, but I don't know. That's not up to me. That's up to the board. The board makes that decision. We have a very prestigious board. If you look at the names, I don't think there's a board like it. So that would be up to the board. Thank you.
Are you willing to take a foreign policy question?
Say it?
Foreign policy question?
Well, I think maybe not tonight.
Russia, Ukraine?
This is about the Kennedy Center. Okay. Thank you.
What about Netflix and Warner Brothers?
Well, that's got to go through a process, and we'll see what happens. Netflix is a great company. They've done a phenomenal job. Ted is a fantastic man. I have a lot of respect for him, but it's a lot of market share. So we'll have to see what happens.
President Trump, who's on your list for next year?
Yeah, who's next? I looked at a list today. I can't tell you that yet, but a lot of people want to be on my list. You'd like to be on the list.
I don't know about that. But I have a question, Mr. President. How have you prepared to host tonight?
Well, maybe I haven't prepared. Maybe you want to be a little bit loose. If you look at the great hosts, Johnny Carson, Bob Hope, those are the greats. If you look at the not-so-greats, like Jimmy Kimmel, he was just terrible. But no, I think you want to be just loose and not a lot to prepare for. Really. You know what you have to be? You have to be yourself.
I've been asking your cabinet tonight, is this going to be more Johnny Carson or Don Rickles?
Well, Don, I knew them both, and they were both great guys and friends of mine. Both difficult, very difficult, but great. I mean, I was really very close to both of them. You can't compare them. They were very different.
Why did you want to
Johnny Carson for hosting was top of the line.
President Trump, Jesse Waters has a question for you. What was your favorite moment of 2025? It was a big year.
I think when Jesse Waters interviewed me. It was such a phenomenal interview. He's a great guy, and you're a great guy. You're doing a very good job out there. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much, President Trump. Who is on your naughty list this year?
Oh, that's a long list. I better not tell you, it would start a problem out there in the world. No, we have a pretty big naughty list, but our country is doing well. We're the hottest country anywhere in the world right now. And a year ago, we were a dead country. We were a dead country that was laughed at all over the world. We're the hottest country in the world.
What would be the implications?
Jesse Waters is terrific.
What would be the implications, Mr. President, of the Supreme Court overturning your authority on the tariffs, the emergency authority? What would be the implications for the economy and for the country?
Well, we have a right to go a different form of tariffs. We have a right to go licensing. We have a right to go other ways. But the form of tariffing, as we call it, the current form of tariffing that's before the court, gives us great national security, more than anything else, because it allows the president to act quickly and effectively, swiftly, and make a decision. And as you know, I ended 8 wars. We're trying to end a 9th, and we thought this would be maybe one of the easier ones. We just did Rwanda and Congo, and that was going on for 30 years. The Russia-Ukraine, I thought was going to be a little bit easier, but it's not being made easy. It's a very tough war, very nasty. 27,000 people died last month, mostly soldiers. I will say that I really think this is really a night of joy tonight because of what's happening with this building. It's going to be fantastic when you see the end product. It's going to be better than it was new, and I think we'll celebrate that. But I will say that our country is doing really well.
Some Republicans have expressed concern about using the tariffs, the revenue for a dividend, saying we should be paying down the national debt.
Well, we will.
What's your thought on that?
But I also think that, we're making so much money with tariffs that we'll also be able to make a nice dividend to middle-income people. We're talking about middle-income and lower-income people. We're not talking about dividends to rich people. But there's so much money being made from the tariffs, and countries that were taking advantage of us for many, many years are not taking advantage of us anymore. We're taking in tremendous amounts of money from countries that we were losing lots of money to. And you know what? They're okay with it. They're not complaining. They're not complaining about the tariffs. They'd rather not have them, but they're not saying there's anything wrong. And the big thing is, in the court, we have tremendous flexibility with the current system. It's unbelievable for national security. I've ended 8 wars, largely because of trade and because of tariffs. If we go the other tariff route, and there are other routes we can go, but it won't give you the same pure national security as this one. This one is swift and very powerful.
Mr. President, what's the next step in Russia-Ukraine talks? What's your next step in Russia-Ukraine talks after last week's negotiations?
So we've been speaking to President Putin, and we've been speaking to Ukrainian leaders, including Zelensky, President Zelensky. And I have to say that I'm a little bit disappointed that President Zelensky hasn't yet read the proposal. That was as of a few hours ago. His people love it, but he hasn't. Russia's fine with it. Russia, I guess, would rather have the whole country when you think of it. But Russia is, I believe, fine with it, but I'm not sure that Zelensky is fine with it. His people love it, but he hasn't read it. So someday you'll explain that one to me, Jeff.
I don't have an explanation, sir. What's the next step in that process?
Raymond, thank you very much. Good job you're doing. Say hello.
Thank you. What would you like to see Sylvester Stallone do as a Hollywood ambassador in Hollywood?
He is automatic. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he is one of the ambassadors, as you know. And he's already been doing that. And, look, all he has to do is be himself. If Sly is himself, that's all he can be. If he tries to be somebody else, it wouldn't be good. He's a great guy. He's done a fantastic job, and he really deserves this honor. You know, it's something he's wanted for years. And this is bigger than it's ever been. I mean, I don't want to say why. I refuse to say why. But you take a look at this line. Last year, if you look at this line, it was not this. It was a different thing.
Why are you and the First Lady expending so much time, so much energy in revivifying and remaking the Kennedy Center?
It's not the Kennedys. Look, Bobby Jr. is doing a fantastic job. It's not the Kennedys. It's our country. We're bringing our country back, and we're bringing D.C. back, Washington, D.C. We're bringing our capital. It's a safe place now.
No, I mean the Kennedy Center, the center itself. Why are you so focused on revivifying?
Because it could never be built again. It's got 3 massive places, call them. You have different stages, dance, theater, and you have a place that we're going to be in tonight that there's really nothing like it in the country. And if this disappeared, you'd never be able to build it again. And I'm able to save it because that's what I used to do for a living, really, as well, maybe better than anybody else. I could take something and spend less money than other people and make it better than anybody else could. The Kennedy Center has a chance to be unbelievable. And, you know, I mentioned yesterday something very important, sound. It's like sometimes you could say, like people, you either have it or you don't. Great sound in this building. A lot of times, and you know the Lincoln Center saga, they've rebuilt one building, most important building, they rebuilt it 4 times, and they've never been able to produce really great sound. The sound in the Kennedy Center has been incredible from day one. Call it luck or talent. Probably luck. There's a lot of luck involved. You know, the great sound buildings, the greatest in the world, are the old opera houses built in the 17 and 1800s in Europe. And they had one thing that was in common, lots of marble. And they didn't have sound engineers. They had lots of marble. And this has got great sound, even right here in the hallway. The sound is fantastic. Thank you very much, Raymond.
Madam First Lady, what do you want for Christmas this year?
I'm just curious to know how they have impacted your own personal enjoyment.
Well, are you talking about the 5 honorees? The group with the 5 honorees? They are outstanding people. I had to approve them all. And every one of them, very different. I said last night, totally different audience, but when you add them up, they're 100% of our country and a big percentage of the world. So we have great honorees. There's going to be a lot of people.
The guy's looking for a better position right now so he can get a good angle at Melania and President Trump, and he's just about found his angle, so let's go back in here. his volume will come right back up in a second. Just waiting for him to plug back in because he was running around. So it'll be here in a second. It's coming, I promise.
Get the president to host. And I love the concept of no president has ever hosted the Kennedy Center honorees. And it's very important that this building be great and that this building remain really, I saved the building. We raised a lot of money tonight, tremendous record numbers of dollars, a lot of money. And we've raised over $100 million over the last very short period of time. That's a lot of money. And that money goes into the rejuvenation and the rebuilding of the building, and a lot of it's already taken place. A lot of the things that you don't see have already taken place.
Mr. President, and your words as you're saving the building, when will locals who come to the Kennedy Center, who live here, when will we start to see all of the changes? And do you have a timeline for when this will all be wrapped up?
Over the next 4 or 5 months, we're going to have it very well set. You see the outside, the columns, they're beautiful. They had a fake gold color, and now they're beautiful, gleaming white. And everyone's talking about that. It sounds like not much of a change. It's a massive change. The white against the white marble. The marble is being rejuvenated. They're great pieces of marble, but they've been let go and they've been tired. And I always say you can take a 100th of an inch off of a piece of marble and you have a brand new piece of marble, but nobody does that. It's not an easy process. But if you look on the outside of the building, people see already a very big difference.
Is the First Lady involved in the style and the change that's happened here?
Yeah, she's got great taste. I'll ask her her opinion. She liked the white as opposed to the fake gold. But they had the fake gold. The one thing about gold, you can never imitate real gold. They've tried to do it for years. Gold paint. Gold paint never works.
Mr. President,
you got to go for the real 24-karat gold. Yes.
Yes, sir. Is there another president other than yourself who you think would have done a good job hosting the Kennedy Center honors?
Hosting, yes. Building, no. You have a couple of politicians. They're very good on their feet, most of them.
Could you name one?
I would say the last one wouldn't have done too well hosting. But we've had some great politicians. Excuse me, John F. Kennedy would have done a very good job hosting. But building, no. I will build better than anybody. I build better than anybody. Thank you.
Mr. President, $23 million was made tonight, nearly doubling. $23 million was made tonight, nearly doubling last year.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Maybe we had something to do with it. I don't know. We doubled up last year. It's really much more than that because we've done over 100, not including tonight. We've done over $100 million already. And those are numbers that the Kennedy Center has never seen before. It's doing really well. Thank you for that question.
Mr. President, and the big, beautiful ballroom for the White House. How is this tied into?
You've done so much for American greatness. Talk to the next generation about how important the values are that you're celebrating tonight are to American greatness. Things like self-discipline, creativity, talent, those things.
Well, the young generation, I think, is going to grow up strong. We have a very different country than we had a year ago. A year ago, we had a country that was in big trouble. Now we have a country that's the talk of the world, and everybody's respecting us again, and young people are respecting us again, too. I won the young vote. The Republicans never win the young vote. I won it easily, and I want to thank Charlie, and I want to thank TikTok, and there are a lot of reasons for it, but there's never been a Republican who won the young vote, and I won the very young vote, so that's a good sign. Thank you.
Mr. President, why did you select Kiss for the honor this evening? Do you have a favorite Kiss song?
Well, I like them as people. I've listened to their music over the years. They are characters, too. They really are. I don't know if you saw last night the speeches. They were great. They really made some great speeches last night. And they're very popular. A lot of people write in and ask us to select. So, think of it. Sylvester Stallone was not picked for any of this stuff. He's one of the greatest movie stars of all time, based on revenue, based on, Rocky and Rambo and the numbers. No, I doubt. Maybe there's a couple of stars that have done something equal, but really there's nothing like it. So we're going to have a very exciting night. But Kiss is terrific.
Mr. President, two questions. What are you looking forward to most about hosting tonight? And number two, Secretary Duffy, since you are the master of the playlist out on the Rose Garden Club, what's your favorite song to listen to on the Rose Garden?
Well, I have so many different songs. And, look, Lee Greenwood really hit big with that. It was from day one. We put it on the first rally, and we never took it off, and he's great. but I have a lot of favorites, and I can tell you that we both love Elton John, special man, special guy, and he's really talented. We like a lot of different. I like a lot of different songs, a lot of different types of music. I have a good playlist. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. President, what would you like to see for America 250 here at the Kennedy Center? What would you like?
Well, we're going to have a lot of things. Some of the UFC press. We're going to have the fighters coming over talking about the fights. It's a big deal. The UFC on June 14th. It's going to be June 14th next year. And they're building an arena. The great Dana White's building an arena. And they're going to have 8 or 9 championship fights, the biggest fights they've ever had. Everyone's a championship fight. And everyone's a legendary type of fight. He's actually holding back fights right now for 6 months so he can do it for this, for 250. I think 250 is going to be amazing. I think the arena is going to be 5,000 or 6,000 seats right in front of the front door of the White House, and 100,000 people in the back where they're putting up 8 or 10 very big screens. That's going to be an exciting night. So many people are asking for tickets to UFC. Thank you.
Mr. President, did you mention some of your favorite songs?
I did. I met with Ted. I think he's fantastic. I think he's, in the history of Hollywood, has really been almost, you could say, nothing like what he's done. He'd go back to Louis B. Mayer, maybe, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MGM. Ted has done an incredible job. I mean, he had a company that was very troubled 7 or 8 years ago, and he took it over, and he's really done a legendary job.
Should they be allowed to buy Warner Brothers? Should Netflix?
Well, that's the question. They have a very big market share. And when they have Warner Brothers, you know, that share goes up a lot. So I don't know. That's going to be for some economists to tell. And also, and I'll be involved in that decision, too.
Did they make...
They have a very big market share.
Did he make any guarantees to you about the merger, if they do merge?
No, not at all. He came up. He was in the Oval Office last week. I have a lot of respect for him. He's a great person. But he's done one of the greatest jobs in the history of movies and other things. And he's got a lot of interesting things happening aside from what you're talking about. But it is a big market share. There's no question about that. It could be a problem.
Mr. President, you mentioned some of your favorite songs. In your opinion, what makes a song great?
Well, it's something that has to be soft and soothing to your ear. I like some songs that other people don't like, you know. That's
like
why
what?
they have, you ever hear the expression? That's why they have menus in restaurants. We're all different. We all order different things. Otherwise, you just serve one meal and that would be it.
Are you a country music fan?
But I love country music. And we have the king of country music tonight. So that's another one.
President Trump, will you rename the Kennedy Center the Trump Center?
It's not up to me. We have a board of 40 people that are really the most prestigious people in the United States. We have the honorary chairwoman on the board, right? As the First Lady, she's honorary chairwoman. But it's a really prestigious board, and that's up to them. I don't know what they're doing about that.
And can you tell us about
we are doing a lot. Look, we are saving the Kennedy Center.
And can you tell us how did you choose the nominees today, the winners today?
Yeah, we went through probably 50 different names. We were politicked by a lot of people, some of them the stars themselves. But we went through 50 names and we picked the 5, and we're very happy with it. They've really, very different audiences, but as I said just down the line, they're different audiences, but when you add them up, it's 100% of the public. Thank you.
Mr. President, what are we going to see in Venezuela?
Talk about with Prime Minister Party and Mexican President Sheinbaum when you were here. That was 3 days
Right. Mexico and Canada, we met with the, as you know, I mean, it was pretty well, a lot of people were here. Right here we met. And the Prime Minister of Canada, President of Mexico, and we spoke for a half hour. Very good, very productive. Talked mostly trade.
Will you restart negotiations with Canada?
Oh, look, I have a great relationship with Canada. They're very tough traders, but I have a very good relationship with the Prime Minister and with Canada.
But you had said you would halt those negotiations earlier after the terror.
Well, I have halted them.
And so will you restart that?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you know, the problem is Canada makes a lot of things that we don't need because we make them also. But we'll work it out. Look, Canada's a special place, and they really are good at ice hockey, aren't they?
Mr. President, what is more difficult, Mr. President, hosting the Kennedy Center honors or preparing for the State of the Union?
Well, could I answer that question after the show's over?
If you give it to me, absolutely.
I'll give it to you after the show's over.
This is a little bit different. But, you know, I hosted The Apprentice when it was the #1 show on television. We did 42.5 million people that night. It was a little different television than it is now. We had more people watching in those days.
Are you regretting not
expecting, Mr. President, in terms of ratings for this year's Kennedy Center?
I think it'll do great. I think it's going to do great. Ratings are complicated now because you have streaming added on and everything else, but I think it'll do very big. I mean, just look, just based on what you see right here. If you came here last year, you saw a line that was about 1/10 this size. You weren't even here last year, right?
Are you sorry you're not hosting your first administration?
How do you prepare for hosting this year's Kennedy Center? You have so much on your plate.
I do. I have a lot on my plate, and I didn't really prepare very much. I read a little bit. I have a good memory, so I can remember things, which is very fortunate. But I want to just be myself. So you have to be yourself. Johnny Carson, he was himself. Thank you,
sorry for not
I think it is. I think it's been really enhanced very greatly over the last 10 months, meaning since we've been here. And we're making it great. We're going to make it physically great as a building, so you won't even believe how beautiful it'll be. And we saved the Kennedy Center. That's a big thing. Thank you.
During your first time, you stayed away from the awards.
I don't think I got.
So President Trump spent 27 minutes talking to the press, and Melania didn't say a word. I know a couple times she threw some eye darts at some of these people who are asking stupid questions, but he went through the entire length of the red carpet, answering question after question after question. They waited, obviously brought him out last. 27 minutes of him, different of a show tonight. You could tell they didn't want to talk about politics. The reporters did. He wanted to enjoy the event. So just to let you guys know, the concert that is happening tonight, we may see some excerpts online, but it's going to be broadcast in its entirety on December 23rd, which of course we will then have a watch party and watch the show all together. So that should be a lot of fun. But I can't wait to see what kind of clips are out there tonight that might be floating around. So I've made it this far, so let me go ahead and do the super chats, because I don't know if I can do much more. Thank you guys for all the well wishes and recipes as well. Thank you very much for that. I was looking at every single one of them. Gonna have some soup right after this, but it won't be Campbell's. It won't be Campbell's. Robin made up some soup for me. All right, so let me finish. And I'm sorry for the intermittent dropouts and stuff. There's nothing I can do about it except for change the platform, which we shall. And let's move forward. Okay. All right. So, big deep breath. Buddy Sanders saw Kiss in 73 in Atlanta, again in 77 while stationed in Japan. Wow. That's about when I first saw Kiss. Lele, thanks for all you do for the community, your wife, your family. Thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. That's David Phelps, former tenor singer for the gospel group The Gaithers. He sings Ness and Dorma awesome too. Wow, that should be pretty awesome. He's going to be singing a tribute for Michael Crawford. And Tim Curry, thanks Barry. I know you're stuffy, not feeling well. Get well. I'm almost done with it. I'm almost at the tail end of the cold, so I should be fine. All right, everybody, going to do the Christmas after party, and I will see you tomorrow at noon. Oops.
To certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in a fields where they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 Noel. to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.